Folks, we are back. The Breakdown Boys, Wade Sensei, baby.
Oh, with a W, bro. With a W.
With a W. We haven't even,
I know, we haven't.
We haven't talked publicly about the fight, anything else. You actually came into the show wearing the appropriate breakdown gear. I came in wearing the Nike stuff. I'm a corporate shill. You're actually representing for the people, dude. This is great.
I actually wore this today. So
I had a breakdown shirt on recording a Way Concept video. I'm all over the place, dude. I don't know what's going on.
That's all right. That's all right. Represent.
How long has it been since we recorded a video?
Bro. Before camp? Before you started boxing?
How about this? We did a we're back video, and then we dropped it immediately after. We had a video title, We're Back, the breakdown's back, and then we took like 2 more months, and we're like, nah, we're not. Actually, we're not. Actually, we're gone.
I forgot about that. Didn't even know.
Okay, so it's been a while for obvious reasons. Number one,
yeah, bro.
Where are we at with Sensei pregnancy timeline right now? Give us the update.
Bro, essentially, like in 2 weeks, it's
any day now. Oh, in 2 weeks is any day.
We are due April 7th.
Okay.
But he's a big boy. He's in the 97th percentile, son.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
How do they already know before he's out?
No, they're like based on his measurements and his weight. He's like crazy. 5 pounds already, which is
yeah. So we talking like
by the way, that was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So
we talking a hefty boy. He's coming out there. Let's go. Okay. So
Junior.
So how does it feel? Because
it's starting to get real. Like 2 days ago, I woke up and I was like, I need to get my stuff together, dude. Like this is about to happen. I need to be ready. I don't know what it was. Like it's just there's little things that are happening.
Yeah.
That like one of her friends who was just at our baby shower.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh, she's due like in like 4 weeks, and she went into labor and she has her son at home. It's like,
dang.
We're like, we know, like we're right at that point. Essentially, it's 2 weeks away, where it could be any day now. So essentially, it's here.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, we're excited.
I saw pictures you guys put up the other day. We'll have editor Brendan put some of them on the screen. Beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. Yeah. She's glowing. You guys look like just ready to be in dad mode and mom mode, which I'm super pumped about, dude. I'm coming out, bro. I'm flying in. Bro. I'm gonna be there. Doctor's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be on one side. I'm gonna be on the other. I'm gonna be hey, whoa, okay, maybe we don't go down there. There's some crazy stuff going. I'm coaching, I'm doing something. I gotta be a part of something, dude. Something.
Post labor recap
on the I've got the microphone, I'm all. What are you saying? Yeah, great stuff, dude. And then obviously we had the fight.
Yeah, man.
Craziness.
What a thrill, man.
From your perspective, do you want to go through and like talk about, because you not only were there for fight week, but you were in camp and you were instrumental kind of in me leaving California to go and train with BJ Flores.
Yeah, I'll give the quickest version so give people like the backstory, my point of view. Wade's talking about he wants to fight. This has been like a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Right. And then it got real, like obviously towards the end of last year. Like, okay. And the main thing was like, okay, you need to be in it when it comes to training, like in a boxing gym with guys. Don't just find somebody that, you know what I mean, or just start working on. Like, you got to jump into the deep end. So you start training in California, and I'm like, listen, I need footage. I want to see your shadow boxing. I want to see sparring. We got to be communicating. I need to know what's going on, because with boxing or anything, any sport, you just don't know, especially boxing and combat. You just don't know, right? Everywhere is different. So Wade's not sending me anything. Absolutely zero zilch. And I know, listen, I've been training. I've been an instructor for a long time. I know when someone's not happy or confident in what they're doing, and he doesn't want to show me. And I know this man's a perfectionist, so I know he's like, I doesn't want to show me. And I'm bugging him. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm starting to get like nervous, anxious, agitated. Like, listen, you shouldn't fight unless I can see, because now I don't know what's going on.
Right.
So then he hits me with, listen, I got an opportunity to train with BJ Flores. And I'm like, yes, because I essentially didn't like the vibe, and I could hear what you were saying, that you were looking for some more structure. And Coach Flores just provided all that. So I was like, bro, what do I think? Pack your bags and leave tomorrow. Immediately. Drop what you're doing. Don't test it out. You got to go. We're talking like 30, what is this, 30 days away?
Yeah. We were at like 43 days, but then I had to go, as soon as I got there, like 2 days later, I had to fly to Florida and stay there for a week.
Right. So we this is stuff that we knew.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, just go. So then he goes down there, first day training with Flores. He sends me some clips. Now, this is the first clips I've seen since I've trained with this man. And I am not happy because I'm like, bro, what's been going on? What have you been doing, right? So just training. And mainly, the main thing was, as we can say now, was the right hand, right? People saw the footage. The clips, right? It was the right hand, not turning it over, right? And the great equalizer is power. And you're not lightweight. It's not some guy like you're in the danger zone of weight classes and people you're going to fight. You have to be able to throw unless you're just like super skilled. So like power is like number one, right? It helps when that's the thing. So we spent like 3 hours, bro, like going over. Like I was right here, like being like, listen, you know what I mean? Turn your hips, dude. What is this? Like we're going over on FaceTime, essentially.
Yeah.
Screen sharing on FaceTime. And then, yeah, man, just you can see the development with Coach Flores. Then I flew out there.
Yep.
Got to see him work, and I noticed a big shift. Like once you were out there, you were locked in, bro, to like training. Like you and Coach Flores were in sync. You know what I mean? And he doesn't miss a beat. He doesn't let you breathe or even think.
No,
He's
that's
like,
the big part. He doesn't let you think.
Great
ever.
coaching.
Yeah.
So you just got to let him do it. Just follow his steps, and you know what I mean. And you were great at that, like being very receptive to information. Wanting to study and do things after the fact. Some people just want to show up to the gym. That was cool, and then they're done with the boxing thing. Like Wade was like, nah, like that's all I want to do is just focus on this because it was a short. We were very very short on time, right?
Yep.
Then fast forward, I'm watching sparring footage, and this man was making crazy changes, like. Leading up, we had like a couple sparring sessions, whatever. And I must say, like each sparring session was so vital, like the changes you made, because I'm like, man, if you didn't make some of those changes and go through some of those, sparring sessions and make those adjustments, it was very clear to see, like you can watch those sparring sessions, watch your development in that very short period of time and see how you used it in the fight.
Yeah.
Right. It was very, very clear.
What's crazy is like from my perspective, I would have sparring days and I would get so frustrated because in my mind, I'm not making as much, gains as I need to. I'm not doing stuff. And granted, there are some things that are like in sparring that I was doing. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? But it's part of it. But I would send it to you or I would talk to BJ and he's like, what are you upset about? Like, this is good. Right. He would get so mad because I'd get upset. He's like, what are you upset about? He's like, you're doing fine. This is what we want. This is what we need. And I'd send it to you. I'd be like, oh, I had the worst day. You're like, no, dude, what are you talking about? This is great. Like, no, I was expecting you to like have some like get knocked out. Or
I would say, but I would be straight. I'm like, this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, amazing.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, never do again. Like this right here, dude, never do this ever again. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, okay, you lock that in. Like, don't try this. Never. You know what I mean? So, but it was great. But you were doing the things that you were doing good. Great. But then some things I was like, bro, this is going to get you slumped.
Hold on. I think I have a picture if I can find it.
Look at me.
The picture. Oh, yeah. So we go from the sparring and everything, you coming into camp. Obviously, then we get to fight week.
Fight week. Amazing. Locked in, cool, calm, collective, just like methodical.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the best way to put it. Like each day, just methodical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then fight day, bro. Again, methodical. Cool. Like I felt so comfortable on fight day because of the way Coach Flores had it set up. Like BJ just had it like, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And I'm like, all right, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm
the structure from beginning to end with BJ was insane. It's what I needed. It was insane. He had everything.
It's because obviously he has the skill and the understanding. It's the experience.
People don't know this because
so much.
This is the stuff we don't talk about. But I was so nervous about making weight because I've never done it, and I wasn't eating a lot during fight week anyway, just because I was nervous for sure. You're like, oh, this anxiety. Like, it was at the point where I just wanted to get to the fight because I knew once we got to the fight, everything else would go away. So we're there the night before, and he's just telling me exactly what's going to happen. He goes, you could eat whatever you want. He's like, you're fine. Because I didn't cut weight for this fight. I walk around right around fight weight, but I've never, done it. So I didn't know how to do it,
Yeah.
He goes, you're fine. Eat whatever you want. Go to bed. Wake up tomorrow. We'll see some breakfast. You're fine. We wake up. I was underweight. He's like, let's go eat breakfast. I'm like, nah, maybe we should just wait, and just weigh in. I don't want to. We eat breakfast. He goes, I bet. He's like, you barely ate anything. I bet you're like, whatever it was, 199 or 198.1, whatever. And I step on the scale. It was exactly what I was.
On the money.
I was like, this dude has it, man. So weight was easy.
I knew that too, like just with the experience. He's like, done it too many times and coached people. So when you have that kind of experience there, it makes it, a million times easier. And also he's coached influencers. So that's also helped because he's been with guys who are inexperienced in that kind of like limelight. Then, bro, the fight. Man.
The fight here. We have it right here. I'm going to play a little bit of it while we're talking. But yeah, the fight itself. What did you think? Like, just the whole day, the whole fight, like all of it.
Obviously, fight day, amazing. I'm going there confident. But the thing that is the 30 seconds. Like the first 30 seconds of the fight.
Yeah.
So vital because that's the adrenaline dump. That's the first exchange. How are you going to respond?
Yep.
You're new at fighting. What's going to happen if something happens and let's say it's negative? It's going to be hard to get back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Into the swing of things. So
I want
my anxiety is through the roof for like that. Okay, let's just get through this first 30 seconds. Make sure we're good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dude, I'm getting, what's crazy is I didn't have a ton of like.
Are you playing something right now?
No, I'm waiting. I didn't have any, I had some anxiety and stuff like that, but I wasn't super nervous on fight day. I'm more nervous talking about it right now because it kind of brings it back, like those. Because
the thing is, bro, man, you were also here's the thing: you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So what helps you is your ignorance a little bit because you haven't been. Let's say this was your second fight, and in your first fight, you get cracked in the first 30 seconds, and you're raw, and you hurt. Now the second fight is like,
dude.
That's the difference. So like your first fight, sometimes you have. I remember my first fight, I was like, bro, I'm gonna walk through this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, yeah.
And then it was a wrestler, and I'm like, well, I don't know how to wrestle. This is terrible. Then it makes it harder for other fights, So that really depends. But dude, you go out there, and the first 30 seconds, it was like you look better than you did in sparring.
Oh yeah, I don't know what it was, dude. Granted, some of the guys I was sparring were a lot better, obviously, but
technical, right? He was stronger, bigger athlete, right? But you were seeing everything.
Yeah, I could see a lot of, and I just trusted in what we were doing. This is another part that's crazy about fight night. I'm gonna play this part of the video. This is my vlog from when fight night or whatever. I had the wherewithal to record BJ while he was talking in the van on the way over. Yep. He didn't know I was doing it. No one knew I was doing it, but I just knew. I was like, in my head, I'm thinking when I win, all this is gonna be so sick. So, and that was the whole mindset. It was like, when I win. So this is what it sounded like on the way to the venue.
And your winner by unanimous decision.
You're shooting those right hands, the jab right hands, you're going to see it coming from a mile away. Catch the jab with your back hand, catch the right hand with your lead hand, or use your forearm as a shield and get back over your back leg. Or just step back when he shoots it. Just like you do with Josh and Tristan. He catches you with a shot, catches you with something, it buzzes you a little bit, you feel it a little bit, no problem. Taunt him, feign him, stay on your back leg. Just listen to me and just have fun in there. It's like going to be like a video game.
Crazy. Dude. It's so crazy.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm in the corner again.
Yeah, literally. It played out just like that. For the most part, except I didn't really get buzzed with much, but like walking around, being in there, I felt like you said, those first 30 seconds were super important to see what he had, to see how confident he was.
Yeah,
and I touched him with the first right hand, and I was like, oh, here we go. Man,
to land a right hand is very difficult in boxing. Like your
I think I landed it in the first 10 seconds.
You're like, pop, pop, pop. Here we go. Boom. I was like, let's go, bro. Yes. I was like, we're here, bro. We're good. Now I was like, just lock in. And then
dude, I forgot I did something too. I forgot when I got into the ring. I don't remember. There's some parts where you just don't remember.
Of course.
I'm like moving around, and I got right in his fucking face. Shout out Mosiah. He's such a good dude. Him and I have been talking since the fight's been over. But I got right in his face, and I was like, "What's up?" staring him down. I was like, I don't remember I did that.
Circling in the ring, right?
Because my plan was just to go to my corner. Like I didn't want to, I was like, whatever. But something just like drew me, and I was like, all right, here we go. I think it was like a check to. Oh, look at that right here. You know what I'm saying? One time for one. You know what I'm saying? Cake's out too. But yeah, so I didn't remember much of that, and I watched this stuff back, and honestly, I watched some of this back, and I'm in content mode now. I'm like, who's that, bro? Like.
Yeah.
What the hell is that guy? Because I don't know who that is. It's crazy, man.
Bro, you got prepared for war, man.
Yeah.
Locked in.
So, yeah, we obviously get no shoulders. Oh. We get into, I have no shoulders on my body. We get into the fight, and yeah, I think was it right here? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. What's up?
Leo got the clip, bro. Look at me. I'm all, what's up?
Meet him at the
what's up? He was ready, though, and that moment showed me. He was ready to go. But, yeah, just right hands, dude. Right away. Just trying to take his head off.
And I was like, you were landing clean shots. I remember starting to feel like in the second round, I was like, okay, listen, this guy better go down. Because I'm like, uh-oh. I think I went back and counted. Look at that, man. How cool is that corner shot? That's fire. Look at me look at me just swiping the water off.
I know, right? You just do it. That was another thing too. It's like
I don't want to wipe my touch. I'm like, he needs
yeah, I need to be slippery a little bit. Is that?
And then the ref yelled at me.
Did he?
Twice he took over at the end.
I didn't even notice.
White more. I was like, it's our guy too. You see the guy?
Yeah, it's our homie. Yeah. That's our dude.
You gotta wipe him down more. And I was like, just act like I didn't hear him.
Yeah, it's our guy right there. Look at you, girl. Let's get that clavicle cleaned up. But yeah, man, to that point, you were like, we need to start, we need to start hurting this guy because I was throwing way too much in the first round, dude.
We're landing, and it's one of those things where he was getting like tagged by the shots, but he wasn't really
seeing them.
Also, yeah, and he wasn't really slowing down.
No.
Like, to like the level where I was like, okay, he needs to slow down.
But also, he wasn't throwing a ton either, right?
No,
like, he was just there, and I was kind of, if he would throw, I would stuff him, or I wouldn't be there, and he would kind of stop. And then, he would kind of move his jab out, but it wasn't like there wasn't a lot of effort that he was using the offensive side. It was more just feet to get away or whatever.
And you know me, bro. There's the point in the fight where one person, and this is any combat sport, one person is starting to get an advantage, but the other person isn't going away. And the person who has the advantage starts getting comfortable. And then there's that like vulnerability. And that's the part that I hate. And that's the part where I got like the most anxious ever and like started getting heated.
That was probably third, like mid third to late third round. That's when it started to kind of be like,
yes. Well, the third round,
because I was comfy.
Right, but here's the thing, right? You're comfy, but I know, right? In his corner,
he's starting to mount.
They're saying you got to go knock him out now. No more boxing.
Yeah,
you got to go out there and just go for it.
Yeah,
and just say, screw it because you're gonna lose, right? So now he may come out and say, listen, the whole game plan, it's out the window. So the guy that you were just boxing, that's why I'm like, listen, you better lock it because the guy that you think I'm comfortable with may not be that guy.
It's not him anymore, right? Right.
Right, so I'm like, bro, it's like the Falcons. If you go back in time, like I'm like,
yeah,
against the Patriots, like, dude, you guys need to lock in. You're not gonna win. They can still get you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
bro. This right hand, I tried to kill him with. This is the overhand. How many times did you talk about? Oh, that was a nice left hook. How many times in camp did you talk about that kill switch, that overhand? And I didn't use it at all during camp. At all much. I mean, I might have used it once or twice in sparring, and then we got to a point where I kind of baited him into one here, and I was so close. It hit him, but he kind of, he went with it. And I was like,
that was the exact thing we were talking about. I was like, listen, okay, everything you got going is working. It's just that if you get push into a corner, you feel like you can't
literally into a corner there. By the way, yeah, literally.
Drop.
I was like, all right, well here I am.
From me.
Just frame it. But so yeah, we get into this third, and I'm hitting him, man. I'm hitting him with stuff, and he's just those eyes right there were the ones that I was like, yeah, he ain't going nowhere, dude. All right, because look at his eyes. This is how he started to look.
He's still there.
He's still rocking. He's still in there, and I needed that one. Wanted that one. But oddly enough, the shot that hurt him the most, and I don't know where it is, it's somewhere. Yeah, this is where I'm tired. I'm like, fuck this. The shot that hurt him the most was the left hook. And I think it was, I don't remember it. Maybe Leo didn't get it, but it was at the end, the end of round 2. There it is. That's the shot.
Right there.
That's the one that hurt him. And this is the most hurt he was the whole fight. I think, with a little bit more time, I think I would have put him away.
As you landing on the chin, what happens with that left hook when it gets over the guard, when you're throwing a punch, it lands in the back here. When you're throwing the right hand, often it lands somewhere off the face, the cheekbone, the forehead. So it's very hard to land flush on the jaw horizontally, obviously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that left hook is what.
And he just didn't see it. Like the right hand, he went with and kind of lined it straight up for that left hook because he was looking for it, kind of turned his head, and then boom.
Yeah,
snapped him on that one. I wanted to land this right hand right here. I don't know what that was, but watch this right hand that I tried to land in between. Oh, I wanted it. So I was like, yo. But that was like 5 seconds left, man. And Mosai was strong as fuck, too. By the way, he was insane. Yeah, he grabbed me, and I couldn't. You see me? I'm like, I'm in quicksand. I couldn't get away from him.
When I saw him walking out, I was like, damn.
He's a unit, dude. A fucking science project, it looks like, dude. Like, you bring him to the school with you, and you just present, and that's what it is. Like, this is the human anatomy. This is peak, Man. He's a bit this is in between though, and that's I think probably after this. Look at my face, dude. This is after the second round. Look at these eyes, dude.
That's round 2, right? Yep.
I'm like, on the camera. Shit. But so we got into that last bit, and in the third round, I felt a little more tired, but I didn't feel dead.
No,
it was at the end of the third round where I was like, yeah, I'm pretty cooked here. And he came on strong. What was funny was when I was in the corner.
He came on strong in the beginning of the third, though, but you weathered that. And then
well, even in the fourth. Even in the fourth, he stood right up and was ready to come out.
Yeah,
How about that? Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Up, okay? Let's just look at the frame. Bang!
Boom.
Look at that. Sliding back,
but
still using the eyes, right? Not moving back just enough, not too much, not overreacting. Then sees the second jab, slip underneath and shoot
underneath that. You understand?
Great job, especially first fight, man.
How about I take one too?
I remember this.
What a shot! I think he hits me with his forearm.
I hated it. I was staring at the clock. I'm like, this round needs to end.
No, he might have hit me with. Oh, what? Hold on. Jesus, what a shot! Hey, you know what I found out though? I got a little bit of a chin too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. Because I can tell he's still alert. He's still hungry.
He stepped into this one, and I didn't. The thing is, I didn't go. Look at his face. I didn't go. Oh, he hit me right on top, dude. I don't know how I took that,
bro.
I hit him too, but he hit. Yep. Look at my. I think my neck saved me, low key recoil, dude. That's some recoil on my neck, bro. Doom shit said.
Oh man, I remember this because it was traded, and I went like this. My heart dropped. I was like, no.
I didn't jab him. I tried to go just level change right hand, and I didn't jab with it.
By the way, this is where you nuke. So go back. This is where the nuke comes in.
Because, I got to stay low, level change, and throw it.
If you shoot to the left, right now, you're underneath it.
Yeah.
And then your right hand's there.
Dude, look at his freaking arm, son. Like, what is that? Dude, look at my head. It looks like I got shot. Took it, though. What's up, buddy? What's up?
Still here, son. Whoa.
Be careful, Wade. Be careful. Look at
the anxiety that I have right now is exactly back in the fight.
Hey, come on.
Damn.
Oh, yeah, I'm dead, buddy. I'm dead. Nope.
Discipline.
Nope.
Get your hands up, son.
I was like, thank the Lord, this is over.
Wait, this is Wade dodging. I'm like this. I'm like, bro, please put your hands up, bro. Please.
He was screaming in the corner too. You were all, stop being cute. Stop being cute.
For real, because you're like, okay, I feel nice. No, bro. I was like, log in. Don't let one punch erupt this.
Facts, yeah.
Freaking crowd and JJ. I was like, I need this.
I know. And I could hear so many people being like, knock him out, knock that, knock Wade out, knock him.
I know, but post-fight, one of the best moments for me, obviously you have this moment here.
Yeah.
We embrace and then enjoy the moment there. But I'm right here, right before all this.
Yeah.
I am standing off to the side, and I'm like, I need to find JJ. And I'm looking at JJ like this. I'm looking at JJ. I find him, and he's looking around like he's on the mic. He's talking.
Yeah.
And then he locks eyes with me, and I'm like, and he's like, fair play, like, dude, he freaking killed it.
They were all very. It was fun. They were all very like good sports about the whole thing all week, really, because they were in a tough position. Like they knew I was gonna come with just heat on the mic. I was gonna talk my shit, and then whatever. Yeah, so they kind of had to. Fun. Yeah, it was super fun.
Story. That's what this scene is about.
Yeah, man, 100%. And I thought Mosiah handled it super well. He is gonna be a monster when he figures it out, dude. Yeah. Like.
Also, you couldn't see me, but
wait, we got to go to the.
They were counting out.
What is that?
They were counting out. Wait, what's this?
This is you talking. I think this is Leo.
I mean, from the get-go, we saw some.
Yeah, he's got KSI.
Nice
no. Right hand there. But when they were calling out the scorecards, I was like, you better get it right. I was yelling.
Once I heard, I don't think I beat him 4-0. I think it was a 3-1 fight. But once I heard 40-36, I was like, yeah, it's me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is us after the deal here.
Look at the breakdown.
Breakdown boy, son.
Oh.
That's fire.
Amazing.
That's fire, man. No. Had Leon too, the whole thing. But look at Fred.
I'm seeing this for the first time. I need to get that clip. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, dude. Just talking about the fight and everything.
Look at my face.
I know, dude. Everybody just super happy. Do you remember I almost threw up too?
Yeah, I remember.
I was like, because it's just all happening, and I've just drunk a shit ton of water, and I've got all this adrenaline dump, and then I'm in the back. They're trying to do my test. They're trying to drug test me. That was the whole thing. I didn't know what was happening. They were like, "Oh, Wade, we need you for this, that," and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up on everybody. Like, you got to get out of my way.
I offered you Prime.
Yeah, there you had on your video, like, oh, Prime. But the whole thing was awesome, and I don't really know, dude. I was in shape. I gotta get back in the gym, dog. Oh, look at that shape. Come on, son. Who ain't got shoulders? Okay.
Lean to mean, bro.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's next. I know a lot of people have been asking. I have no idea. We'll see, what they come with, if there's a fight offer or if I want to do another one. Honestly, dude, I want to make the breakdown the best freaking sports show on the planet right now. That's what I want to do. So
let's go. My man's locked in.
I'm locked into content.
He knows he can do anything now. With a fight, you can do it now.
Yeah. I was going to say, now I've already been through it. Now of course there'll be other challenges, but it's not the same. I now know I can get through all of that, and I have a little bit of ability, which was the main part of doing it all, was to be like, one, for me, can I do this? Look at the squad. With Mom, with Chloe. You know what I'm saying? That's the team right there.
Amazing.
Got to keep those gloves. I got them somewhere back here. But yeah, fun fight. Great opportunity. And now I think I can officially talk about the sport, because everybody, said I couldn't before. But now, what they going to say now, huh?
Facts. What they going to say?
But yeah, that was fight week. So that's the reason, the long story short of things, as to why the breakdown has been on sabbatical. But now we're back, right? And we missed a lot, man. We missed a lot.
Yeah.
Including, and this is a crazy transition, but we got to talk about it. One of the craziest rap beefs, battles, and I guess, maybe it's not over, but it feels like we've hit the culmination of this thing in the Super Bowl last week. Obviously, we missed football season. We are going to be covering football next year very heavily. I definitely want to do that. So we missed a lot of football this year. Just quick thoughts on the Super Bowl. Eagles dominate the Chiefs. Any thoughts there?
Listen, that was one of the happiest I've ever been during a Super Bowl. I was so happy. Every second. First of all, okay, when the first flag happened, when Jalen Hurts,
I thought we were, yeah.
My guy, he went like this to freaking, can't freaking remember his name.
Okay, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. I knew it was AJ Brown too. I don't know why. I thought it was Smith for a second.
You're high.
He went like this to AJ Brown. The audible on 4th and 2.
Balls.
I'm gonna throw a fade. Just ice in his veins. Jalen Hurts got ice in his veins, son. Then they called the flag, the pass interference. Ooh, I got up, did laps around my house. I was heated. I said, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But then I was like, wait a second. It's early.
Yeah.
It's early. If they can respond now, okay? They can respond now, get the ball back and score. The momentum is going to be hard to get back because now the defense wants to, oh, you're going to do this to us now? Because they knew, all the boys are saying ahead of time, the refs are going to try to get us. Mm-hmm. And you're living off that. And then immediately on a fourth down when we convert, about to go score, oh, you're going to try to take this from us? Bet.
Yeah.
That defensive line that defense just came out hungry, bro.
Not a lot of blitzing either. Front four just getting to the quarterback. Settle.
Zero.
And then our white savior, Cooper DeJean, a.k.a. that nasty white boy out there, son.
I was so hyped. That pick six, man. It was amazing.
That was his first interception in the league.
Yes.
Crazy.
First.
Crazy.
And again, I was obviously still fearful. It's still Patty Mahomes. It's still the Chiefs. I'm like, y'all got to stay locked in. But, man, listen, the difference, I shouldn't have been that afraid because I knew. Okay. And what I understand about the game, especially the quarterback position. Okay. I know because I was looking at Patty Mahomes. Like, I'm looking at myself out there.
Okay. Relax.
Okay. This is crazy.
Let's go. Let's calm down a little bit. All right. What are you talking about? I'm looking at myself out there.
Well,
you ain't
holding the ball too long.
Okay.
Dropping your eyes, looking down to the pocket, scrambling out when you don't need to, not keeping the eyes downfield, not going through early progressions, not reading the defense before pre-snap, right? Seeing ghost early. He was stepping into sacks.
Crazy.
Crazy
to see.
People talking about, he's getting all the pressure. I'm like, he had time. He had 2.5 seconds. He had 3 seconds. Often he would get to his drop, hitch, and then try to throw. Like the one where he got strip sack and then like hit, which was like kind of like roughing the passer or whatever. Mm-hmm. That one, he dropped back, then took another step, then hitched, and then he can feel the pocket collapsing and then tries to throw it. Like, bro, it felt like he was just like, it's like when you feel like you're going to lose and you just start like in NCAA we're playing and you feel like you're losing, so you just start.
Yeah, you just fucking.
Yeah, whatever. Like, that's what I felt. It didn't feel like he was trying to adjust to since this is the GOAT conversation, Tom Brady would do like, okay, we're going to come back and try to get a quick throw or I'm not afraid to take my check down. I'm not going to just start pushing down.
You don't have to get it back. Yeah, you don't have to get it at once, right? Yeah.
Mahomes, this happened during the Bucs Super Bowl where I'm like, he's trying to do too much. I said it, one of the greatest, if not the greatest playmaker at the quarterback position with the creativity and his willingness to throw the ball and accuracy and all that big play ability. But when it comes to like early play progression, dealing with like pressure, and again, just the front four, not like blitz, not identifying blitzes, but identifying the fact that you have to get the ball out quicker. And when he did, he doesn't have great mechanics. He has, not just now, has notoriously missed easy, short, quick game throws. Screens, he's thrown into the dirt. He oversteps, has like a wide angle throw. He got like an awkward throwing angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he's got a little bit of a sidearm baseball kind of deal.
When he threw it to Kelsey, like bad mechanics with his feet, like just a quick little sidearm throw, threw it behind him and low, missed him a couple times, missed a couple guys a couple times. Because like when it comes to like quick game and he doesn't have time to like settle, relax, and then like be in rhythm, when he's getting rushed, like that's why like Tom is like vertical and then you can't rush him. You can't rush Brady. Like Mahomes, it looked like he was being rushed.
Yeah.
And it was just, it looked terrible. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he's still amazing. It's Patty Mahomes. But I felt amazing because it put this GOAT debate to bed.
Forever? Forever? You think? Forever?
Not forever. No.
Okay. So it's just taking a nap. The GOAT conversation is taking a nap.
Okay. Not a nap.
I'm just saying, he put him to bed, but it's for a while. Gave him some warm milk. Okay, hibernation. That's fine.
The Armageddon is coming. They're not going to come out for another 200 years. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. This is
right.
The chance of him doing it is so difficult because this was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. And it wasn't just like the score. Or
was this the equivalent of a LeBron Dallas performance?
No, this is worse.
Wow, you think it's worse?
Yeah, bro, because the quarterback play.
It was rough.
2 picks
it was rough.
Back to back.
It was rough. I couldn't even believe. I was like, who am I watching? What is this?
Cooper, the Cooper one just missed him.
Flat out missed.
Didn't see him.
Yeah.
But again, what was he doing? rush, break out the pocket, on the run, looking, trying to find people.
Yeah.
This isn't a progression. He's playing backyard football, which is the best at ever.
I was gonna say that's you can't. You have to live with that though, because that's him.
Yeah, I know.
And you love it when he's great at it, but when he doesn't do well, his mistakes are so much bigger when he doesn't make the play because it breaks the play, right? Like,
and this is what I told you about Tom Brady when I said the later it goes on with him, the more you're gonna find out that he was more responsible for certain things going on than you realize. A lot of people said the questions were, was it Coach Belichick? Was it that the Patriot way and all that stuff? Coach Belichick is a defensive-minded coach. As you found out now, when you're hearing Tom Brady talk about, did you hear him talk about the progression when he went against the Chiefs that time and saying he knows Spagnuolo's defense? But this is the kind of stuff you're going to hear.
How fun was it for Tom
you're not
to
gonna
call that game? I bet it was the best thing because you
I
know how he is.
We had them all there. I had Edelman there. I had Gronk there. I had freaking Tom. The whole gang was there, bro. We were all there just enjoying it. Gronk was like, "We're gonna find out if Patty has a little."
He was going off. Did you see? They cut him off. He was talking on the freaking halftime. He was going crazy, and they're like, "And we gotta go to break." And Gronk is like, "I'm just saying."
Gronk's trying to pick up the mic and just spike it.
But
again,
yeah,
you're talking about the different play style. And I like in Mahomes, I think he got exposed a little bit because the question is going to be, is Andy Reid more responsible? Because like they talked about Belichick. Andy Reid is an offensive-minded coach. The offense goes through him. He is a schemer. And how many plays do we see Patty Mahomes, a little flip pass and this and this? That's schemed up. Mm-hmm. That's not adjustment. That's all predetermined, practiced, fancy stuff, right? So this is not stuff
Spags
that we're
went
talking
real
about.
cool. Hold this blitz, son.
We're not talking about Tom saying, I spent day and night filming and I understood the blitz packages. I understand what they're trying to do. I knew what they were going to do before they were going to do it. Like tendencies and leverage and get like, bro, this is completely different thing here. So we got to see that firsthand, which was amazing.
And on the other side, the Eagles looked great. I mean, Jalen Hurts, for whatever you want to say about, maybe some of his inconsistencies or some of the things he hadn't done well, he was in when he needed to. And again, he kind of needed to early with, the running game not getting going. He was dotting up. He was dotting up, played great.
This is what coaches will say, play within yourself. And he did that the best you could ever do, which is he played to his strengths at the maximum. Yeah. We're talking about getting the best out of a guy and his skill set. Jalen Hurts did that perfectly. Besides that one pick. Right,
that was rough.
Half blame on the offense because they rushed 4 and they just stunted the middle linebacker and then he stunted and then blitzed late and the center and the guard blocked nobody and then he ran free. So he thought he was going to have it looked like he was going to be blocked and then the center and guard turned their head, middle backer then came free so then he rushed everything. Again, rushing Jalen Hurts, throw a deep ball late, this is not his skill set. This is not his strength, right? But when it came down to like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 late, and he's seeing that it's man, and then the backside B gap opens up, and he goes against 12. I'm like, let's go. With his feet, he's a little bit faster than Patty Mahomes now. I don't think Patty's doing that. People talk about if you switch positions. I don't think Patty's getting out of the pocket the way that he is and running the ball on a quarterback power on 3rd and 2.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Most of Patty's rush yards come from broken plays and, like you said, backyard football kind of stuff in the pass game. But while the game wasn't super eventful and it was pretty much a blowout, I know that there was a couple of garbage time touchdowns there by the Chiefs, but it was pretty much a blowout. Like, it was bad.
Couple nasty balls from Patty.
Late. Yeah, he had one down the middle that was a dotteroni, son.
No pressure. Wasn't rushed, though. Anyways,
continue. I was going to say, you're dropping 8 at that point. You give him 4 down rushers, then all of a sudden it's a chaos. But 3, we can handle 3 with 5 guys. Crazy. But the real topic of discussion and the reason we started this kind of conversation was the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, which has split the country more than the presidential election, it feels like. And one of the guys is not even from America.
Literally.
It's crazy. But what did you think? What did you think about the halftime performance? Because you and I are going to be split on this, dude. We're going to be split. I'm telling you.
This is a tough conversation
also,
to have.
what is this picture?
This is a tough conversation to have, but we're going to have it. We're going to have it. Now, it's not just about the performance.
Yeah.
Right? It's about the reaction the performance got from people at home.
speaking of, before you even go any further, do you want to segue into my reaction, which was recorded? Did you see this?
Let's do that.
Okay. So here,
I don't think
we're going to have to, I'll have to, well, we'll just play it on a low setting. Hopefully they don't ding us. If they do, we'll figure a way to take it out. This is me watching reluctantly as Kendrick starts his Not Like Us performance, which was like at the very end of the performance. I watched most of it. Couldn't handle it at this point. Yeah, this is okay. So he's pump faking me now. He's not gonna play it. So he's doing all this like, oh, haha, we're gonna tease it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm out. So I was out. So what are your thoughts?
Listen, that part was great, but that's separate to there's two parts of it, obviously.
Okay.
There's there's this part which, like, you fan of Drake, you understand the rap beef, you're a fan of rap battle and hip hop. So you're understanding that part. Like, oh, he's not going to say it. You understand the lawsuit and all that stuff.
Right.
Whatever. Okay, you have your side.
I'm
cool.
Locked in. I'm in the beef.
Let's take it from the very beginning.
Yep.
This again, a lot of people this went over their heads. They don't know. But again, a lot of people this is supposed to go over their heads. Samuel Jackson comes out, says, "Hey, it's Uncle Sam." Obviously, if you've seen Django Unchained, you know that Samuel Jackson played a character, the most notorious Uncle Tom in history of movies of cinema.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom play, right?
Play on words.
The play on words as he's the U.S. government, but he's also the guy who was the mascot of the United States. Is Uncle Tom, right? So that's what the first thing he's saying. So I immediately went, uh-oh. So I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
And I'm there with other people. Okay?
Right.
I'll just say that. So in my head, I'm like, uh-oh. Right? You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Okay? So I'm like, oh, so this is what he knew what he was doing to TV screens and to people who are watching the game.
Yeah.
People weren't going to get it, but he's going to, two people sitting watching the game, he knows that there's going to be an immediate split where people understand what he's trying to get at right now and what he's not.
Right.
At first, I'm like, wow, Kendrick, this is messed up. In my head, I'm like, why are you doing this to us? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why are you doing this to me right now? Putting me in this weird
position?
Because
you know everybody is sitting with people.
Right. So he says, so immediately, the mascot of the United States is the most notorious Uncle Tom. And he's like, Kendrick, you know, this is America's great. Like, oh my God, that shot's insane.
This is the picture.
He's obviously playing the character. He's acting. His behavior and his mannerisms is the character from Django Unchained. Yeah. And this is obviously that. But then again, okay, after the first song, I go, uh-oh, because I knew he came out, right, with the freestyle, his song, and it wasn't like a big pop song. He's going hardcore. He's going rap.
Yeah.
Like, we're going straight rap. And audio wasn't great, obviously. But I knew the reaction was going to be like some certain people like what's this? Like no one's connecting with this. Right? Unless you're into rap culture or you're a fan of Kendrick. Then right after the first thing, and he was saying something, if you want to go back to it and talk about what he said, cool, whatever. But regardless,
right
after that, Sam Jack comes back on and says the exact thing that people were saying. Like almost word for word. Okay? Oh, no, Kendrick, this is too loud. This is too reckless. This is too ghetto.
He said that?
Right?
I didn't even know he said that. He said it was too ghetto?
No, so okay.
That's crazy.
This is perfect. So after the first part that Kendrick came out, the first set.
Yep.
Right? Which it wasn't like a thing for everyone to vibe with.
Right.
And it was rap. He has Sam Jackson come out as Uncle Tom. Say, he said, for word, this is too loud, too reckless, and too ghetto. They don't want this.
Right.
And I'm like this. Oh my, I'm sweating watching this game.
Right.
And and people across America are watching it and could be in rooms that are split where some people might have just been saying
word for word, this is too ghetto.
What is this rap stuff? What is this? What's going on here? Yeah. Right? With a certain undertone to it where you could be like, as a fan of Drake, being like, nah, like not on their side. Right?
Yeah, right. Team sports,
and he's creating sides.
Right.
That may already exist, but he's also throwing it right in front of your face because remember, this is scripted. So Sam Jack came out. He already knew he was
going to say,
this is too loud to. So he knew what he was doing on the first one. Kendrick knew it wasn't going to hit. He knew that it was going to create some commotion, that it wasn't like the popular song that people were going to be like, whatever. So then later on, they have the clip where the guys are at the corner, they're at like the light pole, and Samuel Jackson comes over like, "Oh, you brought the homies," but when he walks over, he kind of shoos them off. It's like he's like, "Oh, you brought the homies, nice cultural move," whatever. So he's like, I'm like, "Oh God, like this is not good, right?" Like, listen, uncomfortable in the setting,
right,
that I was in. Right, and there was people that were just uncomfortable in the setting for a fact, right?
I'm sure. Yeah,
so,
it had to be.
Regardless of the words and the back, and then obviously you have the stage Drake part, which is like, is he going to say it? And that's more of a testament to obviously the rap beef, whatever.
Yeah, that's.
Let me just paint this picture. When people talk about, what's the message? Like, it's funny how they're like Kendrick fans, like, and I throw myself in that. Like, I'm not a Kendrick fan, but I'm not even like a music fan like that. I don't go crazy. I'm just like, no music, but he's saying he had all these messages involved. Like, he clearly did, like the whole Sony PlayStation controller thing at the end and whatever. Like, clearly he was trying to do all that, but whatever. Like, cool. He's an artist. We know artists like paint abstract things. That's what they do. That's their vibe. Cool. Whatever.
Right.
This is what he did. This is the best way that I can explain to everybody. Okay. Let's talk about sides. Wade, you're on the side of, nah, bro, Kendrick didn't win, but Drake's
shit was ass. One. No, the shit was ass for sure.
You're there, right?
Yeah.
Then you got somebody else being like, bro, Kendrick's just trying to like, he's saying on the message, or somebody else going, listen, I like Kendrick and Drake, but like the music just wasn't.
I'm not. This ain't the bangers. I'm not. Where's
better to have like Chris Brown or somebody else like Lil Wayne?
Where's the hits? Where are the hits? Right.
And then somebody else. There's you and him, right? There's you and this other fan,
right?
Being like, yeah, man, yeah. And then listen, there's the third person going, yeah, guys, like, what was this like rap stuff? Like, it's all like ghetto. And then you guys go. Wait. What you saying?
Yeah, you went. That's not what we were saying. No.
We're on. Wait. No, we're. And then you look to the other side,
and the other side going, they're like, "Yeah, what's the rap song?"
The other side, the Kendrick side is going, "Gotcha."
Right.
What were you? That's what you're trying to say. And you go, "Wait, no, you're not. You're on our side? No. We're not on his. Listen, you're not on our side." Like, I thought we were on the same side. No, bro, we're not. This is what you're saying is not what we're saying, but this is. So that's what the whole thing was. So you get the side being, and then when they go, "Oh, what side are you on?" That whole thing.
Right.
So I thought it was fun and interesting that instead of like the typical usual Illuminati, satanic, crazy, like sexual innuendos bullcrap that goes on.
Every year, by the way, there's some weird stuff like that. You had was it Ice Spice the last time that was on stage doing some craziness?
I don't know, dude. It's
throwing up some
weird.
Freaking two sweets, but not in a wrestling sense. You know what I'm saying? She was doing some craziness. So
I thought it was fun and interesting that you got some like artistry and an artist who cared to try to send some sort of message.
Ice Spice or somebody else.
Whether you're with it or not, whatever. But I understood that that's the divide that he was trying to acknowledge. And then where people would go, see, we don't like this. And I sent you some clips where somebody was like, yeah, man, like 100% would have been like somebody else. Like, we just didn't connect with it. Like this hardcore rap, that kind of culture. It was for these kind of people that like, whoa. It's like they started nice. And then you're like, wait a second. And we're like, oh yeah, that's the same side you're on. Right. So I just thought it was interesting and like fun.
Yeah.
That this conversation was able to come up. And obviously like the stuff at Drake was cool because
I'm D1.
The reaction,
yeah.
The reaction. I don't know if there's been a Super Bowl performance. People talk about like what the performance is. I don't know if there's been a Super Bowl performance that's gotten that kind of reaction from a certain group of people, regardless of whether it's everybody.
Just any like a big week-long, 2-week-long. We're past the Super Bowl for 2 weeks and it's still being talked about. You know what I'm saying?
And for like a rap beef to be able to do that and to get a reaction from your side like this, when you say something for your side and they're like, oh, like that was the ultimate.
The A minor.
Oh,
that was the A minor. That was the point where everybody is
when he goes stage Drake and then there's the pedophile thing that he doesn't say it obviously, but then A minor when he says that, like to get that kind of reaction from people who are rooting for you in a rap battle. I don't know if there's ever been one to that extent and that kind of stage. No. So I'm like, in that sense, when it comes to rap battle and beef and like the culture of hip hop, I'm like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was a massive moment for Kendrick for sure. I'm just gonna put this out there. Shit was ass. I'm sorry. The whole shit was ass. You know, I hear what you're talking about over there. And to be fair, there are a lot of themes in there that, yes, I will not understand fully because I'm not, you know, I didn't live it. You know, I'm not that. I'm not the culture, I guess, right? So I'm not going to understand it.
You sound like Samuel Jackson.
Exactly, I am. I'm the guy that Samuel L. Jackson's talking about. That's me. No, obviously there were some undertones there that Kendrick was trying to put an actual message out there. The problem is I'm waiting on Not Like Us, right? I'm waiting on it.
Right. But no,
and it's going right over my head.
Yeah, but it's perfect. That's okay. It was you weren't.
But I can't even appreciate it because I'm like, nah, bro.
Bro, listen. Well, I don't understand, bro. If let's say I'm making a speech, right?
Yep.
In front of 1,000 people because I won an award.
Right.
And you're in the crowd.
Right.
And I make a joke for you.
Right.
You're gonna clap out laughing. Everyone's gonna go, that was a terrible joke. I didn't do it for everyone. I did it for you. So it doesn't matter that anyone else got it. So if someone else goes, I didn't get it. I'm like, I know. I was an inside joke for my homie.
Yeah, I mean,
bro.
We
have a moment
part of it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like we have a moment where it's like an inside joke. Like clearly he wasn't trying to.
He wasn't trying to do that for me or, I mean, let's be honest, a bunch of white people. He's not trying to do that. That's what it is. But it's like,
yes, exactly.
But for me, when I watch it, I am only there as a Drake stan. I'm only there because, and to be fair, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. Kendrick's only there because of the beef with Drake. That's the only reason he's at this performance.
Yeah. Facts.
So we're waiting on the moment, dude. And the moment comes, and I hear that shit, and I'm like, I can't, this is bullshit. I can't even believe they allowed him to do that. I mean, I know you can't really take it away from him because it's the reason, you know, that song is the reason. I can't even believe they allowed him to do it. Now, granted, he didn't say pedophile when he did it, but Drake just essentially got called a pedophile in front of how many 100 million people?
Which is crazy.
Like, you can't even, okay, you didn't say the word, bro. You're like, say Drake, I heard you like I'm young, and he's looking at the camera. Like, bro, this is craziness. You know, listen, I know that lawsuits aren't a part of rap beef.
That in general.
Sue his ass! Sue him! Sue his ass! Take everything. I don't give a fuck. You can't get out in front of hundreds of millions of people and call Drake a pedo. A minor? No, you can't do that, bro.
Unless you're right, bro.
He's not right. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, this is perfect that you're saying this. Today, the K-bots are out fucking transforming Megatron on Twitter. It's been going on for weeks and months. It is what it is.
Isn't there a clip of Drake with the 16-year-old?
Okay. I don't know the context of the clip, but the girl herself, I don't think she was 16 at the time. I think she was like 17 or 18. But it doesn't. I'm not going to sit here and defend the clip. It's a weird clip. It's a weird clip.
I'm pretty sure in the clip she says that she's 16.
I think she says she's 17, but it's a weird clip. I can't get by that. There's no defending how normal or weird it is. It's a weird deal. He acknowledged, like she says it, and then he's like,
"I'm about to get in trouble for this."
Yeah. So again, he doesn't do anything to specifically get in trouble. It's weird. I'm not going to sit. You're going to make me seem like the weird guy for trying to defend. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm not trying to defend it. But it doesn't make him. It doesn't make him the things that Kendrick is trying to say about him. Right now. The girl herself, see, now I'm fucking over here talking about it. The girl herself is like, nothing, like, he didn't do anything wrong. Y'all are being weird. Please don't, like.
That doesn't count. It doesn't count, dude.
Why?
It doesn't count.
Anyway, there's another person they tried to say. Drake was like, oh, there's this other minor that he's messing with. They start harassing the girl. Here's the thing. All jokes aside. Nobody should. That was like today. Then the girl had to make a video to be like, oh, no, this did not happen. Nobody should be hoping for the fact that Drake is a pedo.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be celebrating like the ha-ha. Like, no, dude.
Yeah, the weird part that I did get, though, exactly on that note, is that when people like thought it was like, because I'm like, okay, if there's any legit, like, if
Lock
this is
him
legit,
up.
we got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Him and Diddy together. But then there's still people who are like, oh, they're like, oh, this is a rap. This is just like rap beef. He's saying this. I'm like, wait. This is a pretty serious accusation. This is like beyond.
You can't.
To me, this is like a little bit beyond.
Yeah,
like,
bro. You can't just take this. You know what it is? It's a sign of the times, too, bro. It is a sign of the times.
Right.
Like, you have people online being like, yeah, like Drake's a pedo, and then you're like, oh no, he's not. Well, and then you show like, oh yeah, he's probably actually not, and definitely isn't by any standard of the law.
The problem is the history on this does not favor Drake. The history on artists like getting called out and then over a long period of time doesn't usually work out in their favor. It usually.
But I'm saying public opinion on it is like, okay, GG.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, public opinion is GG's, yeah.
So it's like, anyway, the whole, I'm just going to say it. Kendrick won the pander fest that was what he did with Not Like Us, right? There was a pander fest. That's what that song was. Fair play. You won public opinion. You just said pedo and won the rap beef. Congratulations. And people are like, oh, wait, actually.
There's some other stuff in there, too.
He got barred out of his mind, dude. If we want to talk bar for bar, he got fucking wrapped up, dude. Wrap him up. Just like, I'm going to go there again. I don't care. I'm saying it again. Just like, yeah, if Drake would have been the first one to say it, then he wins the rap beef, dude. I like, what are we saying? You know what I mean?
I know, but people got to believe it. People believe
this dude could have said that Drake had a vagina and not a penis, and people would have been like, "Yeah, bro."
Dude, see, honestly, the only thing I know about that I've seen about Drake, with when it comes to that being weird, was that one clip from that long time ago,
which has been disproven, debunked, and Millie Bobby Brown's debunked. They've all been debunked by the people and the people around them.
No, but I'm just saying, the thing that I've seen, it was like a little weird.
Speaking of, though, I just started watching Stranger Things.
I didn't see it. I just saw another clip, by the way. I just saw another clip, actually, with Drake. Someone was interviewing him.
See, this is what I'm saying. People, you take these little things, dude.
No.
I've seen the clip. I know which one you're talking about. He's like on a red carpet, and he's like, oh, yeah. He's talking about some person over on the side. So completely out of context. It's not.
He said, oh. I don't have any Valentines. He goes, I don't have any Valentines. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't
have any Valentines. And he goes, oh, wait, except for those two little girls over there. And the person who's interviewing goes, it was a female. She goes,
because people's minds are deluded, and we're in brain rot 2024 where you can't be just a sweet person and just be like, oh, like Valentine's, the day to love everybody or whatever. I don't know. Jesus.
Obviously, but listen. But regardless,
you know what? You're hive-minded, man.
Really, time out. I'm gonna be straight. Before Kendrick and all of this,
people were looking for a reason to take this man down.
I never saw the clip of the. Actually, I think I might have. I think the both clips I'm talking about, yes, were before Kendrick and the whole beef. The one with the clip of him from the concert, and then the Millie Bobby Brown thing.
All of it
was all. I saw that all before.
All of it.
Kendrick.
You know who mentioned the fact that this was going to... And listen, Kendrick, it was served up to a silver platter. It was right there. So I guess, take the low-hanging fruit and run off with the biggest surge you've ever had in your career. No one cared about you and what you were doing in any sort of music sense since your last album and before that, really, because the last one was And you took the bait, and of course it worked. Whatever. But Drake was the first one to mention this was going to happen. He knew. He said it in the beef. He said it on the now forgotten tailor-made freestyle, because you called the Tupac estate and paid him to get that shit down. He essentially said, he was doing the whole thing on the tailor-made freestyle where he was Tupac and then he was Snoop and he was talking to Kendrick through them. A genius idea that people. This is when I knew that Drake was going to lose the beef. This right here is when I knew. Oh my God. How could you use the voice of Tupac? Disrespectful. You're not like the game. You're not part of the culture. I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, get out of here with this shit. Snoop had no problem with it. He was like, yeah, young nephew, do what you do. That was a fire song. Everybody else, oh my God, shut up, bro. Shut up. It's fucking creative, dude. Disrespecting Tupac. Oh, okay. I guess when Kendrick put Nipsey's actual fucking face on his face, that didn't do anything. But anyway, he said in the song, fucking talk about him liking young girls. I heard it on the Joe Budden podcast. It's got to be true.
But man, maybe he's just trying to get ahead of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, of course. But it backfired because that's all they said. But he knew. The game was rigged, dude. That's my point. The game was rigged. But And now we got the freaking the Autobot Spotify numbers and Kendrick using bots to freaking boost the numbers. First 100 million streamed artist for a diss song where he calls a guy a pedo, dude. What are we talking about?
You better be right, because if Kendrick is right, it's over.
What do you mean? Like, he's not right. There's no way he's right. Out of the two of them, and listen, I will admit that Drake did pull some false allegations, at least as we sit right now, with the whole, you beating up your wifey thing.
Not a good look either.
Not a good look either. So I can't defend that. And if both are wrong, then it push. Then those things push.
But if one's right and he's wrong,
I would say the more likely option to be right in this case is nobody. I think both of them are completely wrong. I think Drake took a shot off what he's heard. I think Kendrick took a shot off what he's heard, and no one's right. So if that's the case, then Drake wins the beef. I'm just saying. But yeah, dude, this is gonna keep going. By the way, forever. This is never going away.
I'm here for it.
This is never going away. Like, Drake was able to overcome Push because Push is just not on the same playing field, really. Kendrick is going to be around for a while now. He may not make any music for a while, which is kind of his MO. He just kind of goes away and doesn't really do anything. Drake will continue making music because he's an artist and he's just able to do that, and super talented, multifaceted.
Bro. I don't know.
I just don't know you can. I just don't know if you can. Here, this is what I was gonna say. I just don't know if you can make your music. I don't know if you can make enough music to outrun this one. I don't know. Maybe, but there's always Drake. I don't know if you can just make your music way out of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and that hurts me because that's my goal.
You know what's a big thing for me? And I don't know the history behind it, but one thing for me was obviously there's a Serena and then SZA, how they're exes, whatever. Of
Drake at the deal. That was another thing. Bro.
No. Time out.
W for Drake, bro.
No.
Fucking dub, dude.
No, time out.
Kendrick, you got both the X's. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
No. This is
Ray
nothing
J.
to do with that. If you are, let's say you've dated someone, okay? You've dated someone is the person that you dated is also a reflection of your character and your judgment. Okay. So for me, someone, especially like Serena, who's married and has a husband, whatever. So obviously, I'm getting back at my ex. This is not just getting back with your ex.
Getting back at your ex.
This is not just getting back at your ex. Yes.
Yeah.
This is siding with somebody who obviously you dated before, but is being accused of, if you have little sisters, don't keep them around Drake, of being a pedophile and a minor. So to me, when people are, because there's people who there's very cordial breakups. Okay, we're not together anymore, but damn, I'm not saying they're this or that.
Right.
For them to stamp that, to me, was a little bit shocking to me.
No, it isn't to me. You know why? Because it was the easy thing to do. It was the popular thing to do. If you had any issues with him at the moment,
I'm out. I have
money.
I have
fame.
I have a couple relationships where those in my past right now, where those girls probably don't want to talk to me, don't want to see me, don't want to talk to anyone in my family, whatever. But I don't think if someone called me this or that, that they would stamp that. Is the only thing where I'm to me that was the one thing I think people might have missed as a thing. I'm that is.
I don't get that part either. I don't get it.
Regardless of their stuff, that's very alarming to me because I'm people have exes and stuff, and you to stamp that to be they're a pedo or they're a minor, and you're singing it.
You're talking about Holly. You are Mr. Conspiracy Holly Weird.
I know.
You were talking about the people that actually are these things in that area.
Exactly. I know they all exactly.
So why would it not be easier for them to go, look over there, everybody, look at this guy, look at him. I'm not saying that's Serena and SZA. I understand that, but I'm saying
correct. But they are
Taylor Swift, fucking Dr. Dre, who really did knock up a minor, crazy. Lucian Grange, the fucking UMG head guy.
I didn't even know Drake did that. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Actually did that. So it's and they're high-fiving and fucking, the industry was against this, man. By the way, also, the hypocrisy from the Kendrick crowd, again, we're going to go down the rabbit hole here, but to say, hey, we don't like the women you mess with, we like real women, And he's got 2 of Drake's fucking ex-girlfriends up there dancing with him. Oh, you don't like the women that Drake messed with? Yeah. It all comes back around now. Yeah.
No, but the thing is, you know me, I'm not like,
drop my pen.
I'm not like, Kendrick. I'm not even.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm very like independent. But
shit don't make sense.
For me as an outsider, like trying to like understand it all, that was very alarming to me. It's like, why would his exes?
Bro, you got everybody doing it. Taylor Swift at the fucking Grammys.
Yeah, but if you're an ex, it's still like it's not. But
that's my point, though. Too, I get it. You can be
a little different.
You can be so. Yeah. You can be so far removed from it. Right? You could be so far removed from it because it's just like a popular thing to say that you may not even understand the implications of it. Like you're just dancing to the deal. Hey, fucking like LeBron's his guy. Out in the club talking about A minor. That's his dude. Like motherfucker got Bron tatted on him.
No, but if like 1,000 people come out and if 10,000 people come out and say A minor, and then your ex comes out and says A minor, it's like time out.
I would.
You know they were there, but they were there.
I would be more hurt by Bron saying it. That's why he dropped that diss on Bron. I would be, dude. If some again, I don't know their relationship, but if one of my exes that potentially is like scorned or like has a bad taste in their mouth, and
that's
they're just
why I feel like if it's a bad. I know, but if
that's your homie, if you came out and said that shit about me, or like one of my exes did, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
No, obviously,
you know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
And that's Bron. That's the guy. Motherfucker has his face tattooed on him. Yeah, they're homies. They've been homies for forever. So that was great. He made the diss track on him. Crazy. Talking about, hey, we don't want to. We better not bring up you got a squeaky clean image. What happens if we bring that shit up? I was like, fuck, bro. Oh shit, not my goat, Bron. That's like when the parents are fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't have that.
Losing all your goats.
I know, bro.
They're all going down.
So, that's where I guess we're at with the whole Kendrick and Drake thing. I will say, as of right now, Kendrick does have public perception. So I guess, on technicality and on the most awful way to win a rap beef, he's ahead, I guess.
It just like, I'm not even that. You know me, I'm just like, I'm here for the fun.
It's crazy, dude. It's insane.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like I said, it brought out the crazies. This is the one that came out today. It says, so Drake got caught with another high school girl. Bruh, send this man to prison. And here's the girl talking about, that's not what happened, or like.
Okay, this is a real video of me. I'm a real person. I exist. I haven't done anything sexual or weird with Drake. Didn't think I would ever have to say that in my entire life. Also, please stop harassing me. Thank you. Okay, this is.
So now we're harassing random girls on the internet, I guess, to make the point. And this is why I said this is weird, bro. You got people like wanting this to be true more than it maybe, probably is, most likely to this point. And you're like rooting for it. Like, yeah, go. I hope he is one. Like, what?
Hey,
Psycho.
Because I blame the industry for that. All the people that have been doing that stuff, that's what happens because it's easy. You got Diddy. You got people in the industry. This is not new. This is not new. This conversation is not new. R. Kelly, Diddy, and then Dre. You said this is not new. So it's like who is it?
Karl Malone.
Karl Malone. That John Stockton bar was nice.
How do we? John, it was actually a nice bar. That's one of money. Yeah, honey. It's fire.
People like, why say John Stockton? Damn, they don't even know the connection. And they'd be like, Kendrick, not that deep. Over your head, son.
Facts. Now, on top of this, we've had a lot of sports news. Obviously, we've had a lot of things happening. Super Bowl. Basketball in the NBA has gone a little bit haywire. And it has been for a while now. Ratings are dropping in the NBA. People are starting to sense a bit of a shift. And I think it's been going on for longer than just this year, but it's starting to really, get into the forefront. And people are upset, whether it's with the trade deadline and the massive news over the Luka trade, right? Luka goes to LA.
That was fun.
AD to Mavs. Quick thoughts on that.
Yeah, I just thought the Mavs GM just got totally bamboozled, and it was very obvious.
How does that happen? How as a professional general manager do you get your pockets ran like that?
You know this. You have been in circles with people who are in charge of things, and you realize where they're so out of touch, the decision making. And Pelinka did a fantastic job because he didn't let that GM talk to absolutely anybody.
How does that happen?
When he said, yeah, so it all started, he like completely put it out there. When he said, we were drinking a cup of coffee and he mentioned to me, what about this? And I was like, no way. But over time, he convinced me that it was like, bro, you just admitted to everyone how you got completely bamboozled and it went over your own head how you explained it to. You know what I mean?
The fact that he was comfortable saying that
crazy.
Happened. Like, dude, I opened my pockets and gave him my money, and it was crazy because he just told me he was going to do it.
Yep.
Wild. And he's got Jason Kidd, the head coach of the Mavs, sitting right next to him. He's like, yeah, he didn't know a thing about it. Let me tell you. What?
But he trusts me.
But no, we're on the same page. Same page. No, dude. That was your franchise. Like, I don't care what people say, and I know there's so many things that are going on right now with, like, well, Luka had this issue with,
Of course, you could justify it, whatever.
You can't. Like, you could try.
I'm saying, if you're in a room, like, coming up with ideas, you can create, like, it's a debate team. Here's a little exercise class. Debate what are the pros to trade Luka to, like, you can come up with a story.
And by the way, you could the Mavs might, in the short term, have, like, they'll have a good season. They'll have a good rest of the season. But they just went to the finals.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons you don't. It's amazing for the NBA, terrible for the Mavs. So I'm happy.
For NBA ratings, amazing.
Fantastic.
I
was like, yeah, let's do it, dude.
The Mavs get AD. He plays one game and gets hurt.
Yeah.
Didn't even play a full game.
All right, let me say that again. Not amazing that he got hurt.
No, of course not. Of course not. No one wants AD to get hurt, but it's like, bro.
The storyline ironic, and it's like crazy
ironic story.
You couldn't write it.
No.
It's like,
and then my boy Dalton Connect now is in this trade debacle where the Lakers tried to get rid of him to get Mark Williams, and that didn't work out because they put him through a physical, and they're like, oh, this 23-year-old has real issues. That's going to go crazy. They have Alex Lynn now, the whole thing. Anyway.
Great story.
Gets us, feeds wets the beak a little bit. Feeds the appetite until the All-Star break.
What's the beak? I'm confused.
Wets the beak is like, you drink a little something, you drink a little water, but you're not trying to drink the whole bottle. You staying moist. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a girlfriend now, so let's relax. But this leads us to the All-Star break.
Yes.
And here comes the controversy, Sensei. I do feel like, I'm going to say this, we live on the internet, or at least I do. You are a little bit more removed, but you see some of this. People want to be upset about everything.
Yeah.
It is more fun to be upset about, for some people, it's more fun to be upset about things and complain about it than actually enjoy it. I think it's harder for people to enjoy things than it is to complain about things. I'm not going there. I'm not going there, but just hear me out. When it comes to the everyday happenings of the NBA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, I can't believe. So that when we get to something like the All-Star break, which was justifiably like, yeah, this is bullshit, it looks like a dog pile when it was absolutely, in my opinion, deserved. The All-Star break, not just the game, the break, the weekend, was awful, dude. It was bad.
I didn't even watch all of it. I
wasn't that excited. Okay, so, here's the thing. People are justifiably upset about a couple things. One, the new format of the All-Star game.
Right.
The tournament, let's be honest, two teams that had players that didn't even belong there doing that. Now, granted, you have
I'm not gonna lie, I was confused. I'm like, wait, they're playing as well?
So you had G League players, you had the Rising Stars players, and then you had, the other two teams.
I didn't mind it when the Rising Stars almost won. I like that.
Yeah, I got why the NBA did it, right? I get it.
Right.
You, Adam Silver, and you're going to say LeBron, and we'll get back to that, but you have created an environment where motherfuckers don't care about All-Star Weekend anymore. And when I say motherfuckers, I mean the players, the people that are supposed to be participating. They don't care, right? They don't care. So you now have to find a way because fans are pissed. Look at the NFL. The Pro Bowl is fucking nothing. It is skills challenge, flag football, fucking
Pro Bowl
commercial
makes
fest.
a little bit more sense. That one
the Pro Bowl shouldn't even exist. Let's be honest.
No, the problem is The Pro Bowl is only good when the real players show up. It was fun. When you had Breeze, Manning, and Brady playing, it was fun.
When you had, rest in peace, God rest his soul, when you had Sean Taylor trying to separate man from ball in the Pro Bowl and dumping motherfuckers on their heads, that's when it was fun.
Yeah, but regardless, let's say right now you have Mahomes throwing to Justin Jefferson. That would be fun.
It would be fun
but they're not going to play. They're not going to. Regardless, they're not going to play. If they were playing,
I get it.
They're not playing. The problem is they're not even going.
Yeah.
So if they were going, obviously we understand why it's harder with the Pro Bowl because the football.
Right in the middle of the playoffs. Yeah.
The Pro Bowl was good when you had if you have defensive guys, when it becomes oh my God, this defense, look at everyone who's out there.
Yeah.
Right. That's where the game becomes cool because you get to see the things that will never happen. This quarterback throw to this receiver. This, obviously we see the DBs and receivers, but linebacker cores or defensive linemen working together that you don't see. Safeties doing stuff, right? And obviously offense, it's cool, but it would be nice, but you just don't get to see. Imagine Mahomes throwing to Gronk or
but the problem is too, though, it's you're right. It shouldn't even happen because if you really want to, they don't show up, and if they do show up, it's touch football, or now it's flag football, which, okay, if you want to make it flag football, fine, I guess. Whatever.
Which is crazy. I would rather have, control football, but what happens is the best don't literally dress.
Yeah. It's tough, though, because if you do control football, it's bro, you can just run the ball and win the game. No one's going to come up and stick. What are we doing?
Right. It's tough to find a way to do it.
It's football. Football's different. Let's just
it is different because there's so much. The injury risk is so crazy.
Let's just bomb the Pro Bowl. Just fucking do away with it. Maybe do a skills challenge weekend or a one-on-ones weekend or something. I don't know. Offensive linemen go home for the week. Who cares?
I don't think no challenge.
You could do one-on-ones for everybody, but it's not going to replace it. So just don't do it.
Doesn't matter. You can't. It's not football. The only way you could do it is maybe do it at a different time. But what was great about it is that when it's 11-on-11 and it's football and you have the roster to be wow, look who's out there. That's what the Pro Bowl is supposed to be.
Well,
so yeah, I know it's touch football, but the Pro Bowl is so different. It is so hard.
Beast, yeah.
The All-Star game and the All-Star weekend is totally.
It's doable. It feels like it should be so simple.
And LeBron ruined it.
Okay, we're gonna go there then.
He ruined it.
Why, in your opinion, has LeBron ruined All-Star Weekend? And now apparently LeBron has ruined the NBA. It's not your opinions, but I'm seeing the pile-on. This is why I was a little bit frustrated because I am very exclusive to All-Star Weekend being a complete and utter joke. But now people are using this piggyback of LeBron ruins everything to then blame my king and my GOAT for this bullshit. But go ahead.
First off, the slam dunk contest. When you said when you started this segment, you said people love to hate on things, right? And I don't think people just love to hate on things because it's more fun. I think people like fun things because they're fun. And it's very simple for them to make them fun. And LeBron, we had a very simple thing that we wanted LeBron just to do some dunks.
Yep.
And to try. We didn't care how good it was. We just wanted LeBron to try to be LeBron James and to demonstrate his individuality, his personality, and the way that he dunked because we like the way he dunks in game. This is what the dunk contest is for. It's not for really flashy dunks. We don't care. We can watch and Instagram some person do double backflip dunk.
That's what it is now.
Not care. Which we don't care about, which we don't know we don't care about. What people
we
cared
don't care.
about.
We don't care. You're right.
We don't. The people that when we talk about dunk contests, we remember. Obviously, there's those cool dunks that we remember over time, individuals.
MJ,
remember is the people
Dominique,
that we were fans of, superstars.
Vince.
But guess what? They all had their own style. Power dunker, flashy, long jumper,
Dude,
2 foot,
Dominique
1 foot.
Would just jump up and fucking touch his shoulder blades with the ball and then throw it through the rim with intensity.
And of course, when we look back at it now, is it amazing to today's standards? No, but at that time,
I would rather watch it.
But people were fans at that time. They were fans of this person, and we liked their individuality, what they brought to the game, and obviously the way they dunk. And LeBron just made it not fun. It was supposed to be fun, and he was like, "Well, no, I'm not like a game dunker. I'm a game dunker,
I'll give you this one. Yeah,
this is not supposed to be this real serious thing, bro. It was a fun thing for us, and you took it away. So now it was a simple thing that we would all like, and it's like, go out there and do a cool dunk. And it's like, whoa, LeBron. That's what, like, when Vince Carter did it, like everyone else can do a 360 windmill. He had his own little flair. And
with the reverse way with it, so sick.
Right, but it's like, yes, people can still do that, but it's like it's not Vince because it's our own flair. And LeBron James would do some simple dunks like LeBron. It would have the LeBron James flair.
LeBron could have tossed it off the glass, caught it with his right hand, and thrown it through the rim, and the place would have come unglued, dog. Here's the problem. It's not that LeBron never did it, because I don't mind LeBron never did it. Yes, you'd have people be like, you should have just done it. It's the fact that he teased he was going to do it, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, and also his reasoning. It's just this is a fun thing for us, the NBA, and he made it not fun because he was like, no, it's just too cool. He became too cool for it. It was weird. It was very weird.
That's what I'm saying. He would tease it. Like, I remember, I think it was 2009. I think Dwight won or somebody won, and they interviewed LeBron while he was on the court. LeBron, you're seeing so-and-so. What do you think? Next year, I'm putting my name in the hat. Preliminarily, I'm going to be in the 2010. And he didn't do it, and that's what the big deal is.
And for what reason? It's crazy.
Hype it and then just go, nah.
What was he afraid to not? Essentially, he was afraid he wasn't going to live up to the hype or win, which is, bro, this is supposed to be a fun thing. Like, look at what MJ did. What Dominique and MJ did, they, like, when people say, I can't practice dunks, I can't do it. Bro, you're not supposed to do that. They just rolled the ball out. MJ said, okay, I'm just going to jump real high and then try to dunk it. Like, he was just doing anything crazy. It just had his.
You have to admit that people, had he not won, would go, MJ, dunk contest champion, Mike or LeBron, nope. Legacy done. You know what I'm saying? There would be those people. He didn't win a dunk contest.
No.
MJ did.
But you're looking this in retrospect.
I'm not saying that I have a problem with it.
But his flair, people would have been like, you could have said a million things like, but his performance is still sick, but he's still like, people would have appreciated.
There's almost no way, by the way, he could have lost it. There's almost no way he would have lost.
This is what I'm saying. So, like, bro, this was the start of the no fun. We're taking away fun for no reason.
You're talking about at the All-Star weekend, okay.
Yes, the All-Star. The start of it being like, because now LeBron doesn't do it, right? Like in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, once LeBron said he's not doing it, no big name started doing it anymore.
I don't want to do it, bro. Ruined it. I'm a game dunker.
Like,
I don't really have that.
Imagine right now we had Zion. I think he might be hurt though, to be fair, but Zion doing it, fucking Russ in his prime doing some crazy shit. Some of these massive dunkers.
Ant came out and said, "Nah, I'm a game dunker. I can't really."
John Morant, like these guys, dude.
We don't want you to see you do imitation. We want to see you be Anthony Edwards.
You know what someone should do? And I don't know why no one's thought of this. And Ant would be perfect for it. Someone should get like a legitimate center in the league and be like, 10 racks if you can stop me from dunking on you in the dunk contest.
They talked about that.
How fucking crazy would it be for Ant to just, and dude, it would be the most.
I agree. That would be sick. But again,
you want to talk about individuality. If you can't, if you're an in-game dunker, get creative. What do you do best?
Dominique was an in-game. None of these guys, they were all in-game dunkers. This is what it was.
Yeah.
Roll the ball out. But the problem is the NBA, since this is why I'm saying LeBron ruined it, because once he stopped doing that, then we since it wasn't stars, you needed to have non-stars come out and do the most crazy stuff ever to get people like, oh, that's interesting. Who's this guy? Oh, wow, that was crazy. Look at that. And now the people who are the stars are like, well,
I can't outdo that. Yeah, exactly.
We're getting it all wrong.
It's never supposed to have been about.
Now look at Mac doing this. Listen,
Matt McClung is a freak.
He is a freak, but I hate it. It
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Timeout. No, the dunk where he grabs when the ball's on the head like this is illegal. Is the biggest. I comment every 2 seconds I get. It's cheating. It's illegal. It's a BS dunk. It's not a dunk.
Okay.
You're cheating. You're pushing off.
Yeah, you're grabbing it and it's giving you a little.
Listen, let me tell you something. I've been doing martial arts my whole life. We used to do this thing where we have to do flying kicks over shields and then do moves over people.
Right.
The main thing was if you touch it at all to give yourself a little push, it doesn't count. And bro, everyone who does this, he's literally the dunk over the car. He's grabbing the dude's like this.
And it gives him a little.
He's not like this.
Yeah.
He's not like this. He's like this. He's pushing to get it gives you extra hang time. It's ridiculous. I hate this thing. I hate it. Every dunk like that to me is not a dunk. Get him out. I'm done. Okay, whatever. Like every time I see it, I'm like, it's not a dunk because whatever. And also, you're creating this creativity for dunking instead of personality, individuality. We don't want to see that.
It should be about the player and the dunk, but more so the player. Just like, we come from influencer boxing. We watch because the person, their boxing skills should surprise us and is the icing on the cake. But we want to watch our favorites. And Matt is not even in the association. No offense to him. He's a great G League player.
Ever. And I think he's doing what he can. So he has to do this.
They said he's made more doing the dunk contest than he's made in the G League. Get your money. By all means. But you're not even in the association, let alone an all-star. Like, this should be reserved for the people that we want to watch doing this at the highest level. And like you said,
also
their dunks, what it is that they do.
Yes,
be you.
We want to see them fail. Go and try something that you think is cool.
Right.
You're the basketball superstar.
Yep.
We're not supposed to be like, nah, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to try stuff, and then you make that a trend because it's sick because you did it, man.
Right.
That's what happens is they got it all wrong, and now they're like, we don't want to do it. It's cool. And it started with Braun, so I blame him for that. Okay, number one. I don't blame him for the NBA, but go ahead.
I was going to say, who is going to bring that back? Because it feels like now we've gotten into an era that, and it's not just in basketball, but it's in really just fucking in 2025. It's cool to not try. It's cool to not try when you don't have to. It's cool to like hot dog it and I might, and then you see it in the All-Star game because we'll transition now from the dunk contest, okay, which is, to be fair, the highlight of All-Star weekend. It used to be. The dunk contest is the highlight. The game itself, yes, you want to watch, but it's secondary to like the biggest moments from All-Star weekend are the dunk contest. That's what it is, right? The three-point challenge is still kind of cool. I like the idea.
It's very cool when it was the best people.
Yeah, I was going to say, I like the idea of, having the best versus the best. Steph doing it versus like all the best three-point shooters. But also, I do like the idea of a Caitlin Clark coming over. That I would be okay with.
That's cool. That's fun.
Because she's the best in that, you know what I'm saying? That's the cool thing. It's going to bring headlines. That's fun.
Yes.
The skills challenge is a fucking nothing burger.
Oh my God, get to that.
You have Wemby and Chris Paul shoveling it like it's fucking water in a boat. Like, we're gonna gap the system.
The most Chris Paul thing ever.
They were getting booed.
Let's just cheat the system. And Wemby's like, he didn't want to do it at all.
By the way, yeah, Wemby's a dog. Like you could tell he did not want to do that shit. But he's
love
like,
Wemby.
He's with his OG, so he's like, all right, bro, like that's my teammate. I guess we'll just.
Please.
Yeah. But then we get to the game. Or the games within the games, the tournament. Listen, the format sucks. We know this. They know this. But it's a problem they're working backward to try to fix. It's not going to happen. You're not going to do it this way. You can't incentivize guys that have no reason to play hard without some sort of repercussion or some sort of monetary repercussion or some sort of postseason repercussions to play harder because the G League guys are out there. It's not going to make a difference. No one thinks that that's the reason. Like, okay, you got embarrassed by the G League team. We got a game in fucking Toronto on Monday. I don't give a fuck.
LeBron's fault.
Talk to me about it. Because I don't think I can blame LeBron for this one.
The All-Star game was never just about winning. What it was about competition between men who cared about going against the guy across from him because you're really good and I'm really good, but I'm trying to be that dog.
Yep.
This isn't about playing good basketball right now. This is about individuality, signature moves, and going one-on-one. This is about throwing the ball down to Shaq and letting him go against David Robinson.
Whoever. Yeah, exactly.
Letting him post up and everyone watch, including the rest of the four. We don't want drive and kick to Donovan Mitchell for 6 threes to jack him up in a row. We want to see what is Donovan Mitchell's signature move?
Yeah, give me a wing. Give me a wing battle, you know? ISOs.
I want
straight up ISOs.
Yes. When Kyrie, who's of that nature, when he
Built
gets the ball, let me bring Wemby out. Everyone wants to see it. Cool. Signature moves. He's going for stuff. right? He did a dope thing too. There was some dope things. The dope things that happened in the All-Star game were when Kyrie obviously went on Wemby, he missed it. But then when Kyrie,
he cooked Wemby though, dude.
He let Wemby try to go for it, and he did a little hezzy move, and then went
underneath with it. He didn't make it, but that's where the crowd.
They don't care. It's not about. Let me tell you something. People say like you want competition and win. It's about who's winning. It's not about who's winning. What they want to see is competition. Where I think I'm better than you, and this is the biggest stage, and I'm going to be the main guy on the biggest stage. And then obviously there was the old All-Star games. Yes, they would mess around at times, whatever.
Yeah, the whole thing is not like, everybody needs to play lockdown defense. Bro, we've been watching the All-Star game from the early 2000s where motherfuckers were like letting people pass for a crazy dunk and shit. Like that's not what I'm not super concerned about that.
No, but there was moments where like Vince would beat signature Vince, with T-Mac would throw off the glass and beat him, where Shaq would do his signature dunk and then do his signature walk, where he'd get the ball and boom. There was Kobe
and Bron. Kobe and Bron was one of the craziest pictures. Right.
That's the thing.
Kobe and Bron was one of the craziest pictures ever. Mike in the fucking short corner to win the game in his last year.
Mike and Kobe, right? When Mike was playing,
Mike and Kobe.
Like, okay. Mike and Kobe. And Kobe's like, even though you're 4 years old, I want this right now. They're talking smack. They're talking smack. And again, it's not about, we don't know what the score is. Obviously, it came down to a game-winning shot, signature move.
Just happened to be that. Cool. Yeah, cool.
Great stuff, right? We're going to go to MJ. He's going to go to the wing, signature fadeaway, right? If we have Dirk in an All-Star game, make sure he gets a couple post fades. Maybe let him shoot his one. He's going to try to get his 1 footer off. Let's see if you can block it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're the best of the best, right? It's the best of the best doing their thing. I don't want to see someone driving kick and then catch an open three. Steph Curry can do it. You know why it's cool when Steph shoots threes? Because that's his signature move.
Steph.
So when he pulls up from half court, we don't get upset because that's his thing. But other people start jacking up threes. When Trae Young, he threw out the back of Kyrie and then nutmegged Steph and then a behind the back pass, that's fire. But the nutmeg thing, that's Trae Young.
Right.
So what happens is the beginning of the game where Steph obviously hits the three, and then the other side, Donovan Mitchell, I think it was like 6 consecutive threes or something like that. They're just shooting. And then Shea throwing up quick shots. Yeah, and then Donovan Mitchell. Guys, we don't want just you throw up threes and see who can score the fastest. How about you roll the ball? Like, bro, what was it? Was it Kyrie and Dion Waiters? Who was it? Was it Dion Waiters and who?
Yeah. In the Rising Stars Challenge, back and forth.
That's one of the biggest moments in All-Star whatever weekend history.
It comes to your mind like this.
Because it was you go, I go. When T-Mac, I think, had a moment like that too before when they were going back and forth. You have to let these players demonstrate their signature moves. And the problem with the NBA, obviously, now, which I don't think is LeBron's fault, is the lack of individuality because of the style of play, because of three ball. And I blame Steph more for that and the Warriors or whatever, because they were so good at it.
I was going to say, it's the Floyd Mayweather effect there. You
know? And you can talk about coaching and analytics and all that good stuff, whatever. But the problem with the All-Star game is LeBron, it wasn't just it's the style of play and the competitiveness. LeBron was like, it was the type of personality he was. Because Magic Johnson was Mr. Nice Guy. But let me tell you something. If you go back to some of those All-Star games, him and Isaiah are going back and forth. They're rolling the ball out to each other, and everyone's letting them go one-on-one back and forth, and Magic hit like a 3 to seal it. And then he goes back, and then Isaiah and Zeke gets the ball, and they're going back and forth. Like, you have to have a sense of these guys are lacing them up today, and today I'm coming at you. It doesn't have to be like super crazy, but like not, I'm going to give you space, and then you just pull for 3. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, get into a bag. Like, at least try to signature move. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be like, I have space. Let me shoot a 3 again and again and again. My God. That's Steph Curry. That's why he goes to the half-court shot, because he's going for the stuff that people want to see. He's aware of that.
Mike is having trouble.
I know, dude. Mike's giving up, dude.
Mike can't handle that heat, bro. But listen. This is not LeBron's fault. Lebron is a competitor. No, it isn't.
No.
LeBron is a competitor.
You know the issue.
He is
Kobe
also
twice.
Okay, this is conspiracy.
They gave him the game-winning shot. Nope, they gave him the game-winning shot, and then Kobe was gone, and then Melo. These guys, it's over.
No, dude, it's not over.
It was the end. It was the end. And then LeBron shows up. I'm not playing, guys, an hour before. South Beach all over again, dude. What are we doing?
Oh, you're gonna get mad at LeBron for the whole not playing thing? Okay, that's valid, right? I don't know why he announced that so late. You know.
No.
But there's been other people. Kobe is not a late announcement like that, but Kobe is also, not played in one. I don't think he could have played in it.
Dude, LeBron's been on the podcast with freaking, what is the name of the podcast?
It used to be old. It was way better when it was Old Man in the 3. That was great. Because Old Man in the Sea.
It was him and JJ Redick.
No, I know. It was the mind game.
Everyone wants to go one-on-one now. What is this thing called a bag? Bro, that's what we want to see in All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, he means that in the sense of the game, though, and not like All-Star Weekend. He meant that in the NBA.
One of the best All-Star Game performers.
Yeah.
When he wasn't the guy leading the level of
That's not true. He did it just a couple years ago. When they implemented the race to 140. He balled out.
No, that was obviously a competitive game. I like that. And he had the game-winning shot, right?
Yeah, the turnaround fader, yeah.
Yes, and again, that wasn't terrible. I'm not mad at that, but people were playing. But I don't even think it's about the competitive playing and trying to win, because I think the problem is if you do that now, they're all just gonna be like, "This is how we play now."
Play, yeah.
It's signature moves. The things that when you're growing up and you're in the freaking and you're on the pavement.
So what do you do though?
What do you do? I want to do this like AI. We want to see the crossover.
I know, but what do you do? What do you do now? Because you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. What do you do?
Dude, well, the thing is, you got to change the format. Let them play a game. Like you got to let them play a game.
So fuck all the 4-team shit. It's a full game.
East and West, you got to go back to East and West.
East and West has to be. I think no more. Like you're not making it more interesting by letting the guys draft their players. Just
no.
Do it the regular way.
You give them too much. Like then they think they're way too cool. What are you doing, dude?
I know. Now it's like we control this shit.
My team. Who cares? This is about when I lace them up. I don't care who's on my team and your team. Whatever. What are you talking about? This is what I'm saying. Oh, this is my team. Bro.
Would it be better?
I'm lace them up and showcase my skills. And watch who's guarding me now.
Would it be better? And I don't know that they would sign up for this. And the players have a ton of power in the NBA now. So Adam Silver is just getting tossed around, dude. I'm talking just thrown around, ran through. I mean, orgy style. Like it's getting bad, dude. He's getting used and tossed. I'm talking, Goodwill clothing, dude. Goodwill clothing style. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Worn out and tossed to the next person. Hopefully you can wash it and get the smell out. But if you think about this idea and if you could implement it, would you be down for, I don't even know how you could do it, a one-on-one style of play? How cool would that be? Like, winner stays on, king of the court.
I would love a one-on-one tournament.
Like king of the court.
That would be dope.
But you got to do it. Yeah. The problem is you got to, how would you do it by position?
Yeah, that's the one thing I've said. It's hard because what are you going to do? It has to be certain by position. You can't put, centers.
You can't have Steph fucking breaking ankles on centers and stepping back, right?
It's weird because you have, guards. Yeah. Then you have wings.
Yeah. And
then you have bigs. They had to be those three.
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't do bigs. Maybe you just do
Well, what do the bigs do?
Guards. I'm saying they don't have you still have an All-Star game, East and West. I'm saying, but the one-on-one tournament you're talking about?
I'm trying to spice it up. I'm trying to give you the aspect of what you want in a 1v1 without having the players in the game go, okay, everybody stop. Here you go.
No, you do that. You have to do that. That's a part of the game.
I know, but it's not realistic at this point.
Yes, it is. Wemby wanted to lace them up and go at people.
Yeah, Wemby's a freak.
Problem is, this era of Braun and this idea.
Okay, so let's say this.
All it takes is someone like Wemby or some person, because Ant Edwards was supposed to be that guy.
Everybody was saying he was that guy. He did the same thing LeBron did.
Oh, we're trying to be cool, bro. What are we doing?
He just did the same thing Bron did. Ain't nobody say nothing about it.
I am. It's terrible. I'm
just saying, this is
good.
another thing that I don't like.
Guys.
I don't like
this.
Guys
that can do it.
I don't like that LeBron at 40 years old still has to carry this fucking league on his back. I don't like
he doesn't have to carry it.
He doesn't.
MJ wasn't.
But when you look at things,
carrying it when he was 40.
This is completely different. Completely different.
His persona did.
People
were like,
no. At that point, it was hey, yeah, get MJ the ball because this is gonna be his last go around. Motherfuckers are looking at LeBron well, if he's not doing this, then look at him. If Mike would have gone out there and done that, people would have, Mike, he's put in his time. LeBron will get crucified.
No,
I guarantee you they would have. When he was with the
I'm not
Wizards,
lacing
if they
him up.
went, hey man, you know what?
An hour before?
Yeah, an hour.
He's lacing him up.
The day of doesn't matter. He goes, hey, you know what?
Not doing it,
I'm
though,
38.
dude.
People would have been like, yeah,
been.
Mike, let's kiss your fucking feet.
No.
I'm not saying that LeBron is right for doing it. My point is LeBron is carrying this league because there's no one left, and when he leaves, it's going to be bad for the rest of the league. I watch it. Watch what happens. Watch.
Oh, listen. MJ, just so you know, he wanted to lace him up. He didn't even want to start.
I don't care what MJ wanted. I don't care. My point is
he didn't
the
want to start.
perception of the two at this time.
That's what I'm talking about.
The two at the time.
If he did that, would have been crazy at the time. If
it would not have been fucking crazy. Not at all.
You don't understand what he did and what he did is a big difference.
It was icing on the cake that MJ was even there. MJ was not an all-star caliber player. It was icing on the cake. He was even there. I know.
And he was still going to lace him up because that's the guy he was. We knew.
Just saying the people, the public, me and you people would have not. Yeah, okay, you're disappointed.
Are people surprised LeBron did this?
Yeah, it's all over Twitter. Like, what the fuck is this?
No, this is another LeBron thing.
No, people are surprised because they want to see LeBron as the leader of this league still, and he shouldn't have to be that. To me,
I know that. Okay, but he's.
But there's nobody else. This is my point. There is nobody else when he leaves.
Yeah, they're all trying to be like Bron. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? We'll try to be cool.
Well, okay, that's fine. If that's what you think, that's fine.
I'm saying, he wrote it.
That's fine. If that's what you think, then that just tells me that we don't have anybody in this league that wants to be, like you said, an individual or that needs
Wemby
to.
Does it. A bunch of people do.
Well, I don't say a bunch of people. Who?
No, I'm saying like a handful. I know Wemby does.
That's it.
Kyrie wanted to be, but he can't. He's not that good.
That's crazy. Kyrie's dope.
But I'm talking about being that guy.
Luka?
You know what I'm saying? Luka could be. But here you go. Luka loves LeBron. Trying to be nice. All this. No, dude. Luka's the best. When he's stepping out. Now Luka is
fucking smoking that shit.
Playing to LeBron and icing the Lakers now, and we got to deal with this again. Damn it. No.
Wemby, I'm excited for. But you know what?
But listen, Kobe came in as this is what I'm saying. MJ's in the league, right? MJ's personality, his persona, his aura, his attitude, kill or be killed. Kobe came up as an MJ like copier.
Right.
He came in to his first All-Star game as a young buck, and what did he do? Imitate Jordan by going at him and maintaining the veracity. What I'm saying is people, since LeBron is the guy, people are imitating LeBron.
LeBron didn't even play, though. This is my point.
I know that now, but I'm saying throughout, it's no. You know, I can't do dunk contest. I want to do this. I want to do that. Because he's the guy. Oh, no, we don't want to compete. Like,
no, the dunk contest I'll give you. LeBron ruined that for sure because of he just pulled all the stars out. For sure.
Kobe, the last one was like, Kobe was like, bro, come on. On this case, no one, is anyone doing that to LeBron now? If he doesn't shoot it?
No, but that's my point is this.
LeBron's
like, 40.
I don't want to shoot either. You pass. This pass is
40 years old. There needs to be that. There has to be. Anthony.
You're right.
Should have done that. It should have been Edwards. It should have been and Edwards. I agree with you.
Yes, but he's not. He's doing it in spite of LeBron, though. Not because he's following in his footsteps.
No, I'm saying it should have been him, and he goofed it. He goofed it.
Yes, I agree. But
this is my point. This is what I think can fix it.
He's following LeBron's footsteps.
You know how I think you fix it? I mean, LeBron leaving the league's not going to fix it. But you know how I think you can fix it?
Hate him. Okay.
Maybe. I think you go USA versus the world.
That I like.
That's what I think you do. And the reason I got that idea is because have you seen what's going on, quick transition in hockey right now?
I saw some fights going on, which is cool.
This is one of the coolest things I think that hockey could have done. And they have All-Star Weekend around the same time, obviously, as the NBA. Seasons are running pretty parallel, right? The NHL did this thing called the Four Nations Tournament. I don't know shit about it outside of... let's actually look it up. So, the Four Nations Face-Off is an international best-on-best tournament. Wait, where'd it go?
International.
Okay, here we go. International Best on Best tournament featuring NHL players from the USA, Canada, Finland, and Sweden. Show off your pride and rep your team on the 4 nations face-off, fan wall, yada, yada. So this is what they do. I think this is during their All-Star weekend, or week. I'm not exactly sure how it works, if this is All-Star, if this is just something they're doing in the middle of the season. I don't exactly know. But what a way to get people fired up about hockey. And return some competitiveness. Not that, again, I don't know that this is replacing the All-Star game or that the NHL needed to do it, but it shows, it kicked, ratings-wise, I'm not sure, but online, it kicked the NBA's ass.
Yeah.
Watching this go down. And it's because, well, there's a couple of factors.
And these guys are fighting.
These dudes are fighting, dude. So the backstory is this part of the tournament was held in Canada. Obviously, right now, a lot of people are very political and politicized.
Correct.
There's a big issue with the U.S. and tariffs on trade with Canada and Trump being like, Canada's going to be state number 51 and calling Trudeau a governor. And obviously that's not, like, we're laughing because it's just ridiculous. Like,
Right.
I can say, yeah, I voted Trump, but that's fucking, like, crazy. Like, it's Canada. We're not going to take over Canada by force. Hopefully not. I don't want that. Just to be clear, I don't want that, okay? So Canada then turns around, and I guess in response, I assume, I don't really know, and starts booing the national anthem while it's played, our national anthem, while it's played in Canada.
You got to play.
Which is super disrespect, all right? Because those people are not Trump. Yes, Trump represents all of America. He's the president. But motherfuckers booing the national anthem? All right, now it's gloves off, literally. So there's the booing. Now, I'll tell you this. They're fucking invested, aren't they? How about that?
Yeah.
Fucking look at the crowd. Sold out crowd, and they're invested in this shit. You want to know why? Because they care.
Yeah, but also the reason they care is because the best guy out there didn't say my foot hurts. And I don't care about
True. I don't think their best guy actually played, but they're representing their country. Like this has a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And this is why I say the NBA should be able to take some of this, because look at what was the most intense basketball we saw this year. Fucking Olympics.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Everybody. And granted, you can't, it's not the Olympics if you do this in the All-Star weekend, but it'll have a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Yep. Representing your country, of course.
So anyway, freaking 2 seconds into the game, we're throwing hands, dude. You boo the national anthem, we throwing hands, son.
Immediately.
Now, I will say, the U.S., I think they lost 2 out of 3 of these fights. But still, we throwing hands, bro. You can't sit here and boo the natty and act like we're not about to throw it. Here we go again. What's up, dude? 2 times. What's up? And boom! What up? Hit the ice. And then here we go again. 9 seconds in. What's up, dude? We swinging again. We swinging off rip again. And then America goes on to actually win the hockey game, which is the icing on the cake. North Mexico gets fucked. What's up, dude? Someone called them Snow Mexico. I was dying. Snow Mexico, son. But it's competitive. There's stakes at hand. Even if it's not like you get home team advantage, whatever. It's a little bit of a personal stake for the players and for the fans and for people that care about this.
Bro,
apparently,
our one-on-ones are more competitive.
100%.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are we doing?
And that shouldn't be the case. Like
LeBron James.
It's not just LeBron.
LeBron James.
I'm not gonna sit here and have my goat just. Bro, no. I get that LeBron. The league moves. The league moves how LeBron moves, and I get that. But at a certain point,
LeBron didn't want the smoke.
Hold on a second. At a certain point, there are other players that get involved, right? Like MJ was not the only competitive guy on the Dream Team. He wasn't the only competitive guy in the NBA, and they all came in around the same time, right? It was just he was
the most though.
Sure, yep. No, I'm not saying that he wasn't, but MJ was not making Charles Barkley competitive. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't making John Stockton competitive. He wasn't making.
But I time out.
Gary Payton. Like, these guys were competitors of the highest order.
But he made them more competitive.
Sure, that's fine. But you don't just take it all away or give them all of it. Like, if you want to say LeBron is making it less competitive, or he made the culture of it less competitive,
come back.
That's fine. If that's what you want to say, oh, LeBron is, like I said, the league goes how LeBron does. Cool. But when he leaves, we'll see if this theory holds true, because someone's going to have to step up. And someone should have already done it, by the way. It should have already happened. The league has been holding on for dear life to LeBron. When he goes,
but
it's going to get bad.
It's when you talk about the number one guy, you talk about passing the torch, the number one guy, everyone's going to look. He's arguably, we talk about he's been in the GOAT conversation. Whether you want to argue he is or not, whatever. He's in it, right?
He's been in it. So if he's in it, it's 12 years.
Exactly. So people are going to be, we'll look into you.
No. What you do is you're supposed to, at this point.
Oh, no.
LeBron LeBron is a victim of his own success in that way, because by the time Mike was 38, we were already looking to Kobe. We were already looking to the next person.
They were looking to MJ, but MJ was like, I want this smoke. So they're like, all right, bet.
Okay, in the All-Star game, sure. But I'm saying, as a league.
Regardless, everyone wanted to be like Mike, which means everyone wants to step on anybody's neck. Everyone wanted to be like Kobe. What I'm saying is they followed him by going at him and trying to emulate him by going at everybody else, is what I'm saying.
Right. Part of Kobe's whole thing, obviously, was emulating Mike.
And to pass the torch, because MJ was like, I'm going to go
after
it
wasn't even
everybody.
a passing of the torch, man. Like, someone took it. Kobe took it.
MJ took it. That's what I'm saying, because MJ took
and Bron took it. But no one has taken it since. That's the point.
Yeah. Because LeBron's like, I ain't trying to take it. I'm trying to pass it around. Everyone's like, oh, you take the torch. You take the torch.
You got to take it from him. Take it from him. Mike wasn't wanting to hand that to Kobe. Kobe took it.
I know, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
I am hearing it. You're saying LeBron has created this whole thing where apparently he's got them in these test tubes to say, you can't be your own thing now. You have to be me. He's not saying that. He's just being him, and it happens to go that way.
Everyone wanted to be like Mike, though.
Right.
It's not Kobe was literally the epitome, copied everything.
I get it, but I'm saying
no one's even did that for LeBron.
I'm agreeing with your point. There's no individuality. This is my point. I want to see that. I want to see individuality come back. Not everybody should be.
But regardless,
LeBron.
Kobe was regardless of his individuality, because he was a spitting image of Mike. But it was because he was so competitive. So regardless of the individuality, when the competitiveness is like that, everyone loves it.
But LeBron is competitive. It's just not in this setting. For whatever reason, he doesn't value the All-Star game.
Which ruins it. Because you got.
But it only ruins it for the people that want to see him. But it shouldn't ruin it for the other guys that are involved. It shouldn't. That's my point. It shouldn't.
I agree. But what happens is because he sets the tone, because he's LeBron.
I get that, yeah.
And then they follow suit. So obviously,
just be a leader. The whole point is be a fucking leader.
When he isn't there, when he's not there, there'll be a chance for somebody else to maybe there'll be a fight at an All-Star game. DeMar DeRozan tweeted that next year's All-Star game. Maybe there'll be something else. Yeah, let's see that. Let's see some pushing and shoving.
Be a leader.
You know what I'm saying? LeBron is so it's just like it's his fault. In my opinion,
it's not all his fault.
Not the NBA.
Yeah,
the NBA will not blame. But the All-Star game.
I don't think even the full All-Star game could be all LeBron's fault. I think Adam Silver has a lot to do with it.
Dunk contest and
Dunk contest can be his fault. The last bit here we're going to go to before we get out of here. We've done way too much, which we're going to have to cut a lot of this out. But
this is definitely going to happen. This is the first time back.
I know. We were like 3 hours on the first one back. We have to talk about the other things that have happened outside of the sports world because, we also are in the influencer boxing world. And while we are going to transition to more sports on this show, and we're going to be hopefully building in a more general sports area, we're also going to be talking about the things that got us here. Influencer boxing. You've seen this, this, I guess, my fight, but also the big names are back, right? We almost had Jake Paul, Canelo, Alvarez.
That was weird.
Want to know your thoughts on that one?
Man, I didn't believe it at first, obviously.
Well, I was gonna say, did you think it was when all the stuff happened? Did you think it was actually a possibility that they were gonna fight?
when I first saw it, I thought it was fake. And then I saw like there's a contract site. I said, wait, this is legit. And then I thought, money talks. So I think that people they put it below boxers to take like hundreds of millions of dollars. So I'm like, you're crazy. Canelo is just a kid who grew up boxing for money. Why wouldn't he do that? So I get to that point where I'm like, yeah, of course he would do that. And then I'm like, wow, I think Jake just feels like he has to do it because he's going to get smoked. So I'm like, you gotta have to do it. If Canelo's willing to do it, you take the risk. You do
For
it.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, I'm like, would Jake do it? Yes. Would Canelo do it? When he saw the Netflix deal, this is also post Mike Tyson. We're talking about ridiculous amount of money. I'm like, yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? I don't put it past him. Money talks, baby.
I don't buy. So for the people that don't know the timeline, this was supposedly a verbal, very close to done deal. Like 11th hour. Here we go. We're about to have this fight. And then Turki Al-Sheikh comes in, does his deal, scoops Canelo, gives him a 4-fight deal over in Riyadh. The narrative is that Canelo was never going to fight Jake. He was just stringing him along to get the Turki deal. I don't believe that. I believe it was actually very close. And fair play to Turki, good business move. I don't know if it was outbid or just outmaneuvered, because I don't know what the numbers were. I assume that Riyadh can throw more numbers than anybody else, but I don't know that. He did have the video calling himself the Lion. Did you see the video?
I did not see the video.
Oh, believe I have to show you this.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one thing. While you can give Turki his respect for all the things he's doing for boxing, right? He's doing a lot. He's also just a very odd individual, I think. A very, very odd presence about him when he is, doing some of his messaging. And obviously around the Jake thing, it's clear he does not like Jake Paul at all and doesn't view him as any sort of actual boxer or anything of the sort. So when you see him talking about this Canelo and Jake fight, I got to go all the way back. How many days ago was this? Turki does be posted. He'd be on the freaking timeline.
And he's locked in.
Yeah, bro. Fair play to him. He's building something over there.
Yeah.
But I want to find this video so you can see.
Wild. I just remember this as you're looking. Guess who I was sitting when I came back on the plane?
Yeah.
I ended up sitting right behind, actually right in front of Prince Nassim.
From my fight?
Yes, the dad. Him.
That's crazy. Oh, right, because his son fought.
Bro,
that's right.
His son fought. It was the most awkward thing. I get in line. It's like group 8, the final group.
Yeah.
Okay. I get in line in the end of towards the end of the line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's just Prince Nassim in front of me, just standing there by himself, waiting in line, just chilling. And I'm like, it felt so wrong to me, bro.
So crazy.
I'm like, this guy is an absolute legend. I didn't want to say hi right there because I'm like, it just felt, those weird, it was like a weird setting. Because I'm like, it should be like people being like, oh, Prince Nassim. Like,
right.
Bro, the champ. Like, I'm like, and we're in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so I'm just standing there behind him, right behind him, just in line, in group 8. You know what I'm saying? We're like the final group. And then we're just like 2 steps every 2 seconds. Just like,
yeah.
And then I sit in front of him, and he's behind me sitting in line. I'm sitting in the plane. And I'm like, I have to. I turn around and I say, I just want to say, I was there at the fight. Your son did a great job.
Yeah,
it was awesome. I just want to say that your son did great. It was great. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Like, bless, whatever. Sat back down. And I was like, what just happened?
Crazy, dude.
So crazy moment. Influencer boxing, YouTube, so weird.
Just takes you in so many different places, dude.
Wild. Anyways.
So this was Turki when it was reported that Jake did not get the Canelo fight and that Turki ended up pulling the old switcheroo. So take a listen here.
Canelo.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing?
This looks like my uncle is like sending a happy birthday message, and I'm like reading my phone, like, oh, send you happy birthday, and I'm about to hit play. He's like, record? Are you recording? Like they give each other the look. They don't edit it out. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that first.
No, this is one take, and we're going with it.
Like we're holding a pose.
Canelo
Okay.
in Riyadh in May. The big fight in the history of boxing. In September, then 2 more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
Ooh. Oh, Lord. This is amazing.
It's great.
It's like a bit. This is like a bit from SNL.
It does look like an SNL bit. By the way, shout out 50th SNL. Crazy. 50 years. Wow.
Yeah. That was wild. I love it though.
He gives a little wink at the end too.
Only exists in social media like today's age.
Don't mess with the lion. 4 fights for Canelo with Riyadh. The deal is done. A lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of a sheep. Fear the lion, not the jungle.
I just wish I could be a fly in that room. Just all right, ready? We're gonna record this video.
Oh yeah, I need to see like if that was one take, fair play. I want to think it was one take, but I hope that there was not like a double. Okay, let's restart.
Canelo.
Now here's Jake's response to the whole thing. I don't know if you saw this, but you
can start like there's no like pause, look at the camera to start.
No, he's ready. We got an actual YouTuber here. Like we know what's going on.
Lighting.
Canelo, you puta.
And this fucking YouTuber. I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you.
Okay, so first off, this is what you were talking about, the contract. This apparently was, again, I don't know. This is a cutoff of something, but it is referring to a confidentiality agreement. I don't know if this is a fight contract. I don't think that it is. But
okay.
Jake went on to talk about this and say it was a letter of intent, which, if people don't know, is something that like you have a big fight like this and you want to shop it to different networks and such. This is what you would send them. Like, okay, we're both signed on for this thing. Let's take it to Netflix. Let's take it to DAZN, whoever, I don't know, PBC, and show them this fight is ready to go. Do you want to be a part of it? So it's not a fight agreement necessarily. It is this is the first thing we need to do to get a broadcaster on board, a distributor.
You could see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right, claiming he's not fighting YouTubers. Bullshit. Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February.
Also, I know it's blocked out here, but I know a Netflix thing when I see it, and this looks like to me anyway, that looks like a Netflix thing. They had the date, they had the freaking arena. This is to me, again, maybe Canelo's just a freaking.
And Eddie Hearn, I think that was for me when he was like, listen, this is
yeah, Eddie was coming out like, yeah, you don't think Canelo's gonna take that fight for money? You're crazy.
This is almost a done deal.
Now again, could it have been Eddie maneuvering and knowing some things? Could have been. Like there's a lot that's at play here, and Eddie is with Turkey and Riyadh, so could have been, definitely. But this, to me, by the way, Jesus Christ. It's like,
yeah, bro. Jeez.
The Carm trap. It doesn't look like this is just smoke and mirrors.
Right.
It looks like we're done. We have something close to being done here.
Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February 11th, claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez.
Crazy sentence, Shake.
This one you can't defend. Like,
claims he's like Jamal. Is he fighting Jamal Crawford? You know what I'm saying? The retired basketball player. He said claiming he's fighting real fighters. Terrence Crawford.
And then he talks
regardless
about
of the weight.
Terrence at 135. Terrence hasn't been 135 in like.
He could say you're claiming you're
years.
a real. He could say he should have said you claim you're a real fighter.
Yeah,
but you're fighting Terrence Crawford, who's, what I'm saying, this much
he's
smaller
not,
than you.
But the thing is, Jake goes the extra mile to make it seem like Crawford's a 35er still. He hasn't been 35er in.
I know. I'm like, wait,
decade. Now again, I get it because Crawford has only fought once at 54, and he's coming up to fight Canelo at 168. That's a massive jump. But yeah, Jake's reaching on that one.
The sentence as well.
The truth is, you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut. The truth is, these sports-washing, shady characters are paying you hundreds of millions of dollars to stop our fight from happening.
Look at the hard cuts. You know what I'm saying?
I know. He was like, yeah, we got it on. We're moving here.
Turkey, is it Al-Sheikh?
Al-Sheikh.
Turkey Al-Sheikh was like, pausing, that's when the hard cut should have been, but there's no one cut it. You know what I'm saying? There was no edit.
Turkey was like
someone needs to re-edit it how it should have been. He was like, Like that's when you would edit it, you know. But
he was one take with it. He was feeling himself. That video was Turkey in his full swag mode, dude.
Low key better. Jake, Jake's like cut and then pause.
We chopping this thing up.
Next line.
Next line. Did you hear what he said?
No, go play it. Me here.
Fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch. The truth is you can be bought. You're a money-hungry squirrel chasing your next nut. The truth is these sports-washing shady characters are paying you hundreds of millions of dollars to stop our fight from happening because they couldn't fathom the fact that they can't create a bigger fight than me and you.
That, now granted, whatever's true, there's not many people talking about sports washing when it comes to Saudi Arabia right now. And to be fair, Jake did fight over there. So it's like
yeah.
It's kind of like, but that's crazy because no one is talking about it. And I don't know how true it is, how true it isn't, but there's a lot of rumors about it over there. So to come out and say it, Jake essentially just said, I'm never working with Turkey. That's essentially what that line told me. It's like, we don't have, like, he has no interest in doing it because you don't come out and accuse them of sports washing, which, again, not necessarily with Riyadh, but has been a very prominent thing, or at least rumored to be a prominent thing for a long time with the money coming out of the Middle East. So if you come out and say that.
What's sport washing?
Using sports as a means to promote.
I was hoping I would figure it out, but I couldn't, dude.
Using sports as a means to promote their public image while, almost covering up some of the atrocities that have happened to build some of these.
Oh, I see.
Big sports stadiums and hey guys, come on, it's a nice thing over here. We have Live Golf. You guys look at all these nice stuff we have, but don't pay attention to the way we got it potentially or things that we're doing outside of it. But hey, sports, that kind of thing. And to be fair, you can point the finger in a lot of directions.
I wasn't the only one asking. I know that for sure.
You can point the finger in a lot of directions when it comes to sports washing. So this is not me going, ha. No, you can point in a lot of places. I'm just saying for Jake to say that publicly.
Yeah. I get
pretty much goes,
no,
hey, we're not working with y'all.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Al Heyman has made you hundreds of millions of dollars, and you turned your back on him for this check. Disloyal. And you were begging to do this fight on pay-per-view. But I have loyalty. Loyalty to Netflix, doing the biggest numbers. And you call me a YouTuber, but you've never had a boxing match as big as mine. Remember you told my team that your daughter came home and asked if you were fighting Jake Paul? She was all excited. You said that was the first time your daughter's ever asked you about a fight. And you're screwing over all your Mexican fans by doing your fights in Saudi. It just shows what type of person you are. And I promise you one thing, Canelo. Any fight that you do this year, mine will be bigger. So go fuck off to your boss, you Ring Magazine employee, you pink and orange bitch. And fix that herpes on your lip, you dirty puta.
Is he sitting in a Maybach, dude? What the fuck? Fucking flex. Bullshit, dude. I sitting here in my freaking condo making videos. Fools filming a video in a Maybach. Okay, so a lot said there. But essentially, it's just Jake obviously being upset with what's happened and
right,
trying to call out Canelo. At the end of the day, none of it really matters. He's not getting the Canelo fight. He says he's going to do a fight bigger than what Canelo does. I don't know what that could be. No idea. But that happened.
KSI.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. That happened. Any thoughts as we what do you think is next for Jake? Because it's not KSI, but what do you think could be next?
Man, dude, you'd have to tell me. I would have to ask you.
I know. Everybody thinks I got inside sources because I do commentary over there. I don't. I hate to tell you guys.
Not just that, but
But I'm speaking to the general audience. They're like, oh, yeah, Wade, you're the guy over there. You're on Jake's fucking nutsack, bro. Like, you tell us. Swinging from it. Oh, my God. I don't know, dude. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I would like for it to be Tommy, but I feel like they've gone down that road and it didn't work. So that's what I would have wanted anyway, was Tommy Fury, the rematch.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're going to give me Canelo, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You have to.
But speaking of KSI, on the other side of the equation, on the other side of the pond, KSI will be fighting in about a month and a half now. And we'll end off the pod today with this. Drum roll. Excitement. KSI's back. Tensions rising. Who's it going to be? Wayne Bridge. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, the Wayne Bridge.
What the fuck is this? That was the first opponent. We found that out on my boxing card. I think we saw it. Maybe we were in the locker room. Maybe we weren't yet. But your first reactions when it was Wayne Bridge versus KSI?
Obviously, like, I thought it was odd because I don't know who Wayne Bridge is.
No idea.
Wayne Rooney?
No idea.
I was like, give me Rooney. I don't know. So, it was odd. It was also, it's because
the way they did it too was super odd.
The way I was just gonna say the way. Like, if you have, let's say it wasn't your first pick and you want to get back out there, you try to make everything exciting, and then you try to force it because this isn't our best pick, but let's see what we can do to get the people going instead of just telling people what it is.
Yeah, they did like the whole like the pan around the place, and they had the old guy with a walker come out.
Right. So I get like you're trying to
like slapping the
build
ropes
something
with this game.
Yeah, you're trying to build something. You're trying to do something, but you have to know that the reaction's not gonna be there. But even you know that the people you're setting it up because you know that this isn't your first choice.
So that's what I'm saying. Why do it?
You know what I mean?
Why do it like that? What could you have thought? What could you imagine that was gonna do? If you know it's not going to go well and you do it anyway, like how? You know what I'm saying?
Like, you have to just make it about KSI fighting. That's what it has to be about, and not like.
But then you have to announce the opponent, and then they're going to get the wet fart sound anyway. But do you? Yeah. Is it better to do it in like a fight poster?
Yes, that's it. You just do it and then KSI is like, listen, I'm trying to get back out there. It's just about him and what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you go that route and you're like, hey, listen, I know this is not what you guys
he
want.
ended up doing it anyways. He ends up going, listen, this wasn't my first opponent. Like, okay.
You have to go that route based on the backlash anyway.
Right. So it's Thai fighters are like the way they do like Thai champions is notorious for this. Like they are fighting like some of the best Thai champions. They fight all the time. And they're fighting literally like anybody almost.
Yeah.
Like no-name people.
Yeah.
But people are there just to watch them fight. And you're not like, oh, and he's fighting this guy. And then like they're facing off. It's like they just showcase him. I'll be there next Saturday. And they're like, whoever he's fighting. But they're there to watch them. So you have to understand, like, this is one of those things where people are going to watch KSI fight.
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? So it was more the way than the opponent. And unless it's going to be a name that everyone's talking about, don't do it like that because you're going to end up doing it the way you should have done it anyways, like we just said, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was both for me because that was going to be a garbage time opponent for KSI. And I get it, but it's like, it's also the fact that they talk about, if you're going to bring up Jake, it's going to be the hypocrisy. Like, bro, you talked about this and this is what you guys are doing. Like, what do we... But regardless, I don't think that the comparison between them makes any sense at this point. Then it doesn't happen because KSI gets on the mic, and the first thing he does is go full KSI mode. I don't know much about Wayne Bridge, and fair play to him. Maybe he did not know this was, what route they were going to go. KSI's like, yo, aren't you known for your wife cheating on you and banging one of your, I don't know, soccer teammates or something? And it's like, oh, shit. When I heard it, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But apparently that is like a big story over there. And Wayne Bridge is like, nah, this is not what I signed up for. I'm not about to have my family like brought up like this. Yeah. I'm out, bro. And fair play to him. I didn't even mind that.
Right.
You know?
Whatever.
Cool. So then we get the replacement. Oh, the KSI fight replacement. It seems to be almost a standard at this point for KSI fights. The original opponent either pulls out, something happens, we have the replacement, and it is none other than Dillon Danis, baby. Come on, share the excitement. Yeah, Sensei, you're pumped.
This guy, how is he winning? How?
I don't know what the decision-making process was for Mams, but you did.
But they all acknowledged it. He was like the fifth guy.
I was going to say, you did hear.
All right.
You did hear KSI.
Yep, I guess we got to get Dillon. Yeah, go ahead.
They talked about the other opponents. I saw you did a video on this, by the way. The Sensei channel's back. Go subscribe. It was Nate Diaz. They say Anthony Pettis. Tony Ferguson. Fucking crazy, nuts, dude. Insane.
Cowboy Cerrone's, dude.
Cowboy Cerrone. And then
Cerrone's.
They ended up landing on Dillon Danis.
Masvidal.
Oh, and Masvidal.
That was the four.
So, out of the four, I would have liked to have seen Masvidal the most.
Correct. That's the one.
That's the one. Apparently, they couldn't
The
do
only
it.
one.
I don't know. He said that they couldn't do it because the UFC said no. Masvidal said you're full of shit. The UFC didn't say no. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I mean, listen, I don't care. I would have watched it. I would have watched it if he did the thing with Nate, if he if he did it with Cowboy. If he fought Tony Ferguson, I would have been, I'm not going to lie to you, I'd have been locked the fuck in. I'm locked in, dude. I'm locked in, bro. I don't get, you know why? Let me explain it, and then you can get it off your chest, all right? You can get it off your chest. I don't think that we should look at KSI the same way we look at Jake or anybody else, because he is not doing this full time. He's not.
I know,
and I'm not giving him an excuse. I'm not doing that. But at least if it was Tony, we could have got some fun fight build up. Or if it was Nate, or if it was Cowboy.
Yes.
Like, whatever. Now, Tony is way old.
Cowboy would have been weird. Cowboy would have been weird.
Cowboy would have been a little quiet. Yeah, he probably.
It would have been off.
Or if he would have went, full Cowboy, then we could have got really weird. I don't know.
Like, what's this? He would have been uncomfortable in the setting, and the Misfits would get me out of here, bro.
Yeah. The Tony thing, none of it was going to work in an actual fight.
Fight would have been absolutely. We've seen Tony late recently.
I want to see Tony throw dust again. I'm sorry.
No, bro. Don't put that man out there. Remember, he's a 55er, bro. He's tiny. No.
So is Nate. So is Cowboy, dude.
Exactly. That's why I said I agree. That's why I said no to them.
But I'm saying I don't care as much because I don't like. It's celebrity boxing to me with KSI still, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have skill and talent, and that the Tommy Fury fight wasn't close. It's none of that. But the way he treats it is the way I treat it. That's where I'm at. If you treat it like you're part-time celebrity, I'll treat you that way.
Yeah, but Tony, no.
I think the fight, all three of the fights.
There's a reason he probably said no right away because he knows he would have been spinning in circles, spinning back fist, knocked out.
I doubt it. I don't think that's why that Tony said no. I don't really know why, but I don't think that any of those guys said no because they were afraid of KSI knocking them out. I think that not many people know who KSI is on that side of the fence. And that's not like shot at KSI for not having the name.
There's a disconnect.
You're like,
disconnect, right?
Do I take this? Still. And if it, like, how does it make me look for taking it type of thing?
And if I get beat.
And if you get beat, that's fucking GG's, right?
Tony's in
the GFL, dude. He's not retired.
Doesn't mean he shouldn't be. What are you talking about?
Are you going to watch Tony and Dillon Danis in the GFL?
No, if it shows up on a highlight on a
fuck out of here. You're watching that shit. Fuck out of here.
I'm
watching it.
I don't know.
I'm watching it. This is why I'm like, okay, because his actual opponent is Dillon Danis. Thoughts on Dillon Danis?
I just don't like watching Tony fight anymore.
I get it, but we don't control that.
It's uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable. It's like Mike Tyson. It's like watching Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's true.
It's uncomfortable. But Dillon Danis, this is how he should. Again, you see how JJ came out and said, wasn't the first, second, third, fourth option. That should have been the promo. Listen.
LeBron style?
You weren't my first, second, third, fourth. I don't even think you're my fifth or sixth option. But I guess I'm going to give you a chance to grace the ropes with me, and I'm going to knock you out in the whatever. Like, I'm going to send you back to whatever to do nothing. That's what you do. You don't like. It's just
you have to acknowledge what it is, and then people I think get more on board with it. Yeah.
You'd be like, listen, because you're going to end up doing it anyways. Like I just said 1,000 times.
Yep.
But Dillon, and now I don't know. I get it. So I get it. That's because it made more sense than it was like, this was we tried to do all this.
Yeah.
And KSI's like, I didn't want to do this, and they told me Dillon, and I was like, ugh, okay.
All right. I guess the thing that people have gotten mad about, they're like, you didn't even ask Darren Till. You didn't ask Mike Perry. And I'm like, I don't blame him though. Like I don't blame him for not wanting to fight Till.
When did he last fight?
That's what I'm saying. And also,
I'm serious.
Like 18 months ago. 18 months, I think.
And it was Tommy, right?
It was Tommy, yeah.
Yeah, man. You don't go from that to Darren Till.
You can't, or he will lose.
Right. It doesn't. And it's dangerous.
If it was 18 months where KSI was in the gym for 18 months, then yeah, okay, cool. Darren Till, let's run it. But he's not. Yeah. He's filming fucking Sidemen, and he's doing whatever else.
Right. Like, no, it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
This is why, like, I don't like the blame game that just eventually happens, because this is not a shoot fighters issue as much as you can criticize them for. And I have been very critical of them and Mams too in the past. This is not a shoot fighters or Mams issue. This is a JJ issue, bro. This is him. If you want to do this and you will tell the public and the world, I'll fight anybody, then you better have that level of commitment to fight anybody, because your coaches are there to look out for you. They're not out there to look out for, let's just put him in there. And I know that Leon is talking about, let him cook, let him, and he's right. But JJ has to be committed to that level, or else he's gonna get in there and get hurt.
He's said multiple times in the last few years he's teased retirement. He doesn't want to do this anymore. So it's not like
you can't expect.
Right.
And maybe I don't know if that's fair or not, but the public's like, oh, Darren Till. Can't expect it if JJ's not going to be in there like Darren Till is, ready, fucking sparring, fucking every. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it.
No, that's crazy.
So I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. No.
How do you think the fight goes? First impressions
with
KSI
JJ
and Dillon.
Dillon? I think Dillon gets hit in the back of the head and complains to the ref.
I was going to say I said in my video
illegal
that
shots, a headbutt. Dillon does something back to him.
I was going to say
headbutts him back, something illegal back.
Headbutt is definitely coming, I think.
A disqualification somehow.
They both throw overhands.
A bunch of controversy of non-boxing stuff.
Yeah. This is going to be ugly, I think.
Yeah, I can see it. I could see it. Like, remember how who was it? Who jumped on the ring during Dillon and Logan? Was it Jake?
No, it was Logan's security guard.
Yeah, I could see like
his personal
that
security guard jumped in the ring.
Yeah, I could see. That's what I expect. Like with the Dillon fight, because I could see him being like, "No, I'm not gonna. If it gets weird or he gets in trouble, he's shooting a single or something."
You can't though. Like, this is the reason that it's like, if you were gonna go, this is a terrible thing. There's too many variables that can put influencer boxing in another stained thing. Like, this could, honestly, if this goes bad, this could be the end. Like, or it could be, that thing that really drives the nail in the coffin for the general public, right?
Yeah, for general. Yeah.
Remember the Prime card, how soured people got based on the Logan and Dillon kind of thing, and then the fight that came after it. The fights weren't great, but it was also the lack of trying. You give Dillon another opportunity, he doesn't try again. Ooh. It doesn't just make Dillon look bad, it makes the whole thing look bad. Because then you're going to have KSI, who is admittedly very emotional. It's going to start pointing. And remember the Pineda fight?
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like, I hope that's not. Yeah, exactly. I envision, like you said, something's going to happen. It's going to be super clumsy, I think. Like, they're both going to throw overhands and they're going to headbutt each other, and there's going to be this massive stoppage, and the crowd is.
I can see a stoppage of like an injury or something,
or like Dillon gets an underhook and arm drags him or something. Like
pulls his shoulder out.
Exactly, like does some crazy shit. That's what I'm worried about, honestly. Do I think
I could easily break his hand or something?
His right hand's hurt apparently, or has been.
He just knocks him out and then just sends Dillon back.
Yeah.
Away.
Do you think he can knock Dillon out?
Yeah.
I worry.
I think so.
I worry about his. I mean, I don't think I think he can knock him out. I don't know. I worry about the right hand health, and Dillon has a head like a cinder block.
He does.
And he will just. And again, we've just seen him coast through a fight to not get knocked out.
But Logan can't land a right hand.
Logan was landing on him. He wasn't landing. I mean,
obviously through the
I don't
guard,
know.
he's just
I don't know what Logan's power is like.
Smashing a bag, not like landing.
There was nothing around the guard. There was nothing.
I'm saying he's smashing a bag, and like wherever it hits, it hits.
Yeah,
it
was not super precise. Yeah,
not precise, and like bam, he didn't like.
But that's
clean.
the way JJ throws too. JJ throws
I was just
overhands.
say he does, but it's still cleaner, which is crazy.
JJ throws overhands, which gives you a higher probability of knocking a guy out for sure. Like the straight right hand has to land at an angle or on the button to drop a guy like that. Unless it's an accumulation shot, you break his nose, he goes down. The overhand is the off switch.
The left hook.
Yeah, the looping shots, right? So, I mean, the way I see it, I could see another DQ, man. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see another DQ.
Ugliness is what I expect.
Well, March 29th. Apparently, Darren Till is on that card too. We'll talk about it more as we get closer. But there it is, man. The return episode of the breakdown. We went a little longer than maybe we thought we would, but we had to, bro.
We had to, bro.
For the comeback, for those that are listening, this will be in audio form. I know I said that months ago, but we're going to do that. We're going to get that going. We're going to start to try to figure out like a Discord server for you guys to send us some suggestions. We're going to do different segments on this show, some TikTok reactions, some breakdowns of other stuff. We'll figure it all out as we go, but we are back 2 times a week in your life. We appreciate you guys. We love you. And for all the things across sports that we have questions for, we don't always have the answers, but what happens next in this crazy world, guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.